Stream Sports. Proudly covering local high school athletics and District 10 championships on Stream TV.
Welcome to Stream TV's coverage of the Franklin Knights. Franklin Knight Football is presented in part by New Directions Community Credit Union, Franklin Precision Castings, Village Auto, Paulin Nation, King of Spades Landscaping, 814 Photography, Fat Chad's Tap and Steakhouse, Education and Training Center at Pitt Titusville, J. Gill Plumbing and Heating, Interstate Pipe and Supply, and by Allegheny Toyota.
And we are live up in General McLane High School as tonight on Friday the 13th.
Oh boy.
The Franklin Knights travel to General McLane to take on the General McLane Lancers. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. I'm Ryan Weimer, along with my partner up in the booth, Nick Billingsley, and, of course, our cameraman up on the roof. Good evening, Will. Okay, so, folks, last week, we'll look back in time a little bit, and we had a great week. We had a victory, the first one of the year for the Knights. And it was a pretty good game for the most part. And then the Knights ended up pulling away. And so it was just a good, very dominating performance by the Franklin offense and defense just in general. We just played a good, solid game. As you know, Coach Turk is going to be a run-first kind of coach. And, of course, we were led by the super sophomore. If you don't know, I'll just, I always refer to him as this super sophomore. But, anyways, number 19, Caden Mincer, had over 250 yards of rushing. So, along with anybody that gets that many yards rushing, he has a great offensive line. The Knights dominated up front, and in particular, I thought last week the center – Caden Kaselka and the two guards, Avery Shetler and Jeremy Cunningham, they really, really dominated because a lot of their run last week, Nick, was all up the middle.
Yeah, no doubt about that.
And it was up to Caden Mincer to make his moves after that. But once he got past that first level with his line helping him, he really made a lot of great moves and found his way. And if you haven't watched before, he's a very interesting running back. He, as Nick has said before, he almost runs a little angry, and he really goes after it, makes hard moves, hard cuts, and I like to just compliment him on that. He did a great job last week. On defense, we gave up some points, but in my opinion, Nick, it's not always a good reflection of the score as to, what your defense did. Last week, I'm not sure we gave up big plays.
Yeah.
If you will. There weren't any, wide open receivers, no busted plays, if you will.
Yep.
And I think what that showed me was, and we alluded to it twice because we were up in Warren twice last week, is the Dragons, they had a lot of self-inflicted problems.
Yes.
There were quite a few false starts, a couple of, penalties that were just kind of, I want to say, immature. And to me, if you talk about an immature team, that means they're young. And I'm pretty sure last week that was a young team. But kudos to Warren because they had 53 kids, which for a 4A school, that's a lot of kids. So that was last week. Now we're on to the present. General McLane. Nick, the first thing that you think of when you look out that team is what?
There's a lot of them.
Yeah. There is a mountain of kids out there. They're in red with the white pants, and I believe I counted. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but on the roster it shows 63 kids.
Yeah.
And I believe we're somewhere around 32. So they're about double the size of us as far as number of kids.
Yeah.
And if I tell you, Nick, that you have half the amount of kids, what are you going to think of when it comes to what's going to happen in the game?
Yeah, twice as tired, twice as quick.
Yeah.
You hope you're wrong, but that's probably what we're looking at.
So, we're looking at like a little bit of David versus Goliath here. I'm not going to say that we don't have a chance, because I'm telling you, folks, if you see these guys, these younger kids, and I shouldn't say younger kids, I should just say the kids from Franklin in all white tonight, they play hard.
Yeah.
Even when we were, I wouldn't say we got killed by Slippery Rock, but we got beat pretty handily by Slippery Rock.
No doubt.
And I thought even in the third and fourth quarters, our team played as hard as they could, even in the first quarter.
Yeah, no doubt about that. I agree. They're going to come out and play hard. They are. They one thing about Turk, not the one thing, but one of the things about Turk's teams is they play hard.
Yep.
A lot of games we've been outmatched. I think this is going to be one of them. But you can expect them to come out, and you can expect them to play hard, hit hard, and that's all you can ask for when you're playing a team that's probably better than you on both sides of the ball.
Yeah. So this is nothing new. Franklin has played against General McLane before. We've played against some powerhouse teams, whether it's the Hickory Hornets. I always think they're a pretty solid program no matter what sport you play, but especially football. They've always had a really good team, and there's a couple other that we've played that have good show outs for the season. So anyways, let's focus on a couple of things that we're going to be looking for tonight. One thing we need to make sure is that obviously you're on the road. Penalties can kill you. They killed Warren last week, and so that's a big thing I think the Knights need to make sure of, is that we play sound anybody but also disciplined football.
Yep.
And I think if anybody would talk to Coach Turk about it, he would say that, we need our guys, that what he's totally talking about is making sure the kids are, if their job on a certain play is just do nothing but fill the gap and make a pile on defense, if you're a tackle and you have to shoot that A gap and stay there and take on defenders, what you're doing is –
that's nobody's fault. He's a well-built young man.
Yeah. And we've seen that, in Western PA. We've had a couple of notable well-built tight ends from high school, whether it was Ben Koyak in Oil City and our gentleman from Franklin. His name's escaping me. Nate Bynum.
Yep.
Yeah, a couple of special kids. And, it's when you get them, they, whether it's on the basketball court or just walking around, you can tell they're a little bit different. When you're looking at Division I schools are looking at you at this level. So should be an interesting game tonight. The weather is looking perfect. It's about 78, 79 degrees. Sun's out. I don't see any clouds in the sky.
Nope.
A far different situation than what we had last week, folks. If you watched the weather was real bad Friday night.
Yep.
But it was interesting, though, Saturday. I mean, there was a little bit of rain here and there, but for the most part it was okay. Field was definitely with some wet conditions. So one thing you'll notice tonight is it's a turf field, and the Black Knight Marching Band is here. So we'll have some halftime entertainment. And also I did see that General McLane has their band and the whole group that goes with it here. So let's take a commercial break, and we'll be back with tonight's action of the Franklin Knights on the road in General McLane.
It's Truck Town. It's time to get down to Allegheny Toyota in Franklin. We have over 26 new Toyota Tacomas and Tundras in stock. When it comes to Tundras, we've got you covered. SR5, off-road, $17.94, limited, and platinum. And right now, you get interest rates as low as 1.99 on all Tundra models. We have a variety of Tacomas to choose from, but right now you can lease a new 24 SR5 Tacoma for $2 a month.
Fat Chad's Brewing is Titusville's premier dining destination, offering fine dining served with a cold and great conversations. Try our new menu items, the T-bone steak, homemade meatloaf dinner, or soft shell crab tacos. Our pasta entries and sandwiches are just as popular. Try the new lobster ravioli, shrimp and scallop pasta, or our popular Asiago chicken. Don't forget about our famous burgers or fish sandwich, all served with fresh cut fries. Come in Saturday nights for Wild Game Saturdays. For good food and good times, it's Fat Chad's Brewing in Titusville.
J. Gill Plumbing and Heating takes pride in being the premier heating and air conditioning service provider in the area. With over 30 years of experience, our highly skilled and certified technicians will work closely with you to address your heating and air conditioning repair, installation, or maintenance needs. Our team is dedicated to making your home the ultimate place of comfort. Call today to get a free estimate. We also offer financing options and membership opportunities that provide peace of mind and cost savings. Call J. Gill Plumbing and Heating today or visit them online 24/7 at jgillplumbingheating.com. Franklin Oil Region in Franklin on September 10th. We have been serving Venango County for 50 years, and we look forward to seeing you at our new location opening soon at 777 Allegheny Boulevard in Franklin. We are New Directions Community Credit Union.
And a better quality of life. With years of experience and a passion for personalized care, Dr. Gates specializes in treating a wide range of orthopedic conditions. Whether it's joint pain, sports injuries, or orthopedic surgery, trust Dr. Charlie Gates at Titusville Area Hospital for your orthopedic care. Call 814-827-9770 today to schedule your appointment.
Quality. And we're back, folks, from a short break for a pre-game warm-ups. So right now, the McLane band is on the field. We're about 6:40 left until until the game starts. So here comes the playing the national anthem. We'll just take a little pause here so you can listen to the national anthem. Okay, folks, welcome back in. Ryan Weimer here with Nick Billingsley. So we are back up and running. We were having a little bit of technical difficulty. We called Elon Musk since we have
Starlink.
We got Starlink up and going.
Told him to figure it out.
Yep.
He did.
Yep, I think it's star 1 on Nick's phone.
Yep.
So, thank you, Nick and Will. You guys figured everything out. I just housed another piece of pizza.
Hey, we all have a job.
That's right. No one else even knew, but I just wanted to share that with you. So tonight I was just talking to one of the guys, Eddie Maddox. He is out for tonight. He's in the concussion protocol. We also are missing Evan Staggerwald, which is a pretty
It's a big one.
Yeah, because as much as, you know, the accolades go to the offensive line that I've talked about and the running back, Caden Mincer, along with that line blocking in front of him is Evan Staggerwald, and he is a horse. You just follow him, and he'll take you places. And so we're going to miss him. I'm not sure. There were some rumors at my household that Sam was going to be taking place of Evan, so we'll see how that goes. But, yeah, so that's where we're at right now. We are officially at 3 minutes and 36 seconds till game. Nick, we'll just go over a couple things that I think is going to be the key to tonight's game for the Knights. I touched earlier on just, you know, we got to play like mature, a mature football team.
Yep.
And we just can't make mistakes. Also, I think it's going to be a control, you know, the clock.
Yes.
And we just got to continue to make first downs, because if you're playing a team with a great quarterback and great offense, what do you think is the best way to keep them off the field?
Yeah, you got to keep your offense on the field.
Yeah.
And you know, that's a tall task. Obviously, if it was that easy, the teams before this would do it.
Yeah.
But they can pass the ball. They played Old City last week, and they score quick, and they score in bunches. So the more that we are on offense, the more we're running the ball with Caden Mincer and whoever else is back there, the better off we're going to be for sure.
Yep, and that's always been a key for Turks teams. If you're just joining us, we talked about that earlier. You know, they want to control the clock, and you know, running the ball is one of the great ways to do it. And we have we have a humongo line. You know, it's the biggest line that Turks ever had.
Yep.
We have a couple kids that are high, 270 to 300 pounds. Caden Kaselka is listed about 210 pounds, and but he's smart with his body.
Yeah.
He's one of those wrestlers that he understands leverage and does it well.
Yes, he does.
Jeremy Cunningham is I believe him and Avery Shetler are the two seniors on that line, and they do a great job of just, you know, the experience they've had. Jeremy's a very strong weight room kid, and he's going to give everything he has. So as you watch the Lancers come on the field, you know, Nick, if there's a little bit of a glitch here, we got to make sure that we get some pressure on that quarterback.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's, you know, there's going to be some different kind of scheming things we've seen before, but
yes.
You know, tonight we need to maybe throw some blitzes, some different coverages. As soon as the ball snapped, maybe go into something different. So see how that plays out. But we're going to take another quick break and be right back for the start of the action as the Knights on the road at General McLane.
Quality, safety, and innovation. That's Toyota. Hi, I'm Bruce Sigworth here at Allegheny Toyota in Franklin. Now let's talk resale value. Toyota consistently ranks in the top 10 in resale value, and 3 of our vehicles rank in the top 5 according to KBB.com. That research shows 4Runner, Tundra, and Tacoma maintaining a 60% or higher retail value over a 5-year period. That means you could get thousands of dollars more for your Toyota than any other brand.
We're Allegheny Toyota in Franklin. Go Knights.
At the Education and Training Center at Pitt Titusville, our programs are designed with your future in mind, offering a dynamic blend of theoretical knowledge and practical skills across a variety of in-demand fields. From healthcare to manufacturing, our curriculum is tailored to meet the evolving needs of the industry, ensuring that our graduates are not just job-ready, but future-ready. This is where your future begins. The Education and Training Center at Pitt Titusville. Go succeed.
Babies require persistence, patience, a sense of humor, and protection. That's why nearly all parents choose immunization. It's safe, proven protection against 14 serious diseases like measles and whooping cough. So give your baby the recommended vaccines before age 2 and get a little help in the protection department. For more reasons to immunize, talk to your child's doctor or go to cdc.gov/vaccines.
It's Truck Town. It's time to get down to Allegheny Toyota in Franklin. We have over 26 new Toyota Tacomas and Tundras in stock. When it comes to Tundras, we've got you covered. SR5, off-road, 1794, limited, and platinum. And right now, you get interest rates as low as 1.99 on all Tundra models. We have a variety of Tacomas to choose from, but right now you can lease a new 24 SR5 Tacoma for $279 a month.
Stream Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of Franklin Night Football on Stream TV.
And we're live for the kickoff of tonight's football game between the General McLane Lancers and our Franklin Knights. It looks like Franklin's probably won the coin toss and deferred to get the ball in the second half. So on to kick is Connor Ritchie. Again, a nice kick by Connor, taking it down by the 10-yard line to the 20, out to the 30.
Oh, boy.
Uh-oh. Okay. So we got him down, not before. A pretty good bring out there for him. I don't know that number. It's a number 30. Oh, that's number 34. Okay. So that's Eddie Platt. So a nice tackle by him. A little bit of like a not quite a touchdown saving, but quite a –
pretty close.
Yeah, it's pretty close. So the Knights in their standard defense here. We'll see if there's any changes without Staggy in there. It doesn't look like it's a whole lot. Yeah, Brewstall and Sam Weimer at the middle backers. Cunningham and Mincer at the sides. Up the middle he goes, and a great tackle. Somebody had him low, folks. And that's number 68. That looks like that's Caden Kaselka.
It's a big tackle.
I'm sorry, 68. Avery Shetler, the senior. That's a great tackle.
Yeah, big time.
And that's just a good sign of things to come here. You know, if you stay low, there's nowhere for the other person to go. I'm a poet and I don't even know it.
Hey, I love it.
That's pretty slick. Looks like a little bit of a blitz. The ball is up.
Wow.
Ooh, and it's incomplete. Looks like to Jacob Zietz, the intended receiver. And I believe it'd be funny if they're relatives. I mean,
they're twin brothers.
Are they twin?
Twin brothers.
Hot diggity. So we got Jacob and Isaac, twin brothers, quarterback and receiver.
Sam put a lot of pressure right here. You can see really forced him to throw that early, which is good because
I like it.
He had a step on him if it would have been a little better timed.
So great position here for the Knights. Third and a long 9, or are they calling that? Yeah, maybe 10, little option play.
Ooh.
Oh, there goes the big number 0.
Oh, that's a hold. Yep, they got it.
Okay, yep. So it looked like Luke Marsteller out there who got held and still
got thrown.
Yeah.
top of your screen here, right there.
He throws him into him.
Yeah.
Wow, good thing the guy didn't. Sometimes you see that play and the legs get cut out, and once in a while on this turf, that goes bad for the person that gets the legs cut out from under him. So
sure does.
Good call there, Nick. It's going to be they haven't officially called it yet, but let's see what the official says. We'll get that in middle field, get the official on the holding on the Lancers. So that's going to bring up. They're going to redo. Okay. Okay, so it's going to be 3rd and 8 officially now.
It's a spot penalty, so that's why.
Yep. Good thing it happened where it did. Oh. Okay, so there's one of those things that we talked about we can't do.
Yeah.
Is we like the aggression, but just cool it down, boys. So that's going to take us back 5 yards. So that's going to bring up a nice 3rd and 3, unfortunately, for the Lancers.
Yeah, and, I mean, you can see the difference. Not that, one team's better than the other or anything like that, but, McLean was stone still, and you saw the Knights, I think the entire D-line jump. So
Yeah. Everybody's a little anxious here. Looks like a deep pass.
Uh-oh.
Oh, wow. Okay. So back on the play there, Isaac Grigsby, the freshman on the coverage. It looked like that could have been a pick because that ball was just hanging and hanging.
Yeah, it looked like he was like, I don't know what he was doing. It looked like he was kind of waiting to see if it was going to get tipped. And I think if he would have aggressively went for that ball, honestly, I think he would have had it.
Yeah.
McLean's receiver was kind of down, so they're going for it.
4th and 3, they're going for it. They are. Hopefully we'll see where we can go here. But the Knights looking strong on the defense here in the first quarter. Zeitz back to pass. Quick one,
Yep.
and it's going to get that first down.
That's tough. I got to see that again on replay, but I don't know. To me, in that situation, that DB is pretty far off there, and he's just backing up, backing up. I mean, the first down's right there.
Yeah, he really. So it looks like we got a timeout here. It's an official timeout. I'm not sure what they need to do here, but the Lancers, if you're watching, they never really huddle, and they just continue to keep things moving. So maybe the ref need a little break there, Nick.
Yeah, that's what we're going to go with. He just, was tired.
Uh-oh, deep ball down to the bound.
Oh, wow.
And it's caught for a touchdown to number 2, Jacob Zeitz.
Yeah, that was a nice play. I mean,
from brother Isaac Zeitz.
Yeah. I read a couple articles on McLane before the game, and they talked about the fact that the one brother just throws it up to the other, and he's always
always open.
Yeah, well, he always gets it. He always comes down with it, and as you can see there, that's what happened.
That honestly sounds like a recipe for success. The Knights are struggling to be aggressive when they're back there with them. So that brings on the extra point here. If you're just joining us, there's
another flag.
Another one. So there's 9:12 left in the first quarter. Oh, okay. So illegal motion on the Lancers. It's going to back them up 5. So we'll see if they're not moving that kicker. He's staying out there. So they're going to say, you know what? I'll take that, and we'll still kick it up there. So let's see who this kicker is, Nick. Are you familiar with him on the scouting report?
No, he had a decent leg when I was watching in warm-ups.
Okay.
Definitely has the leg to make it.
Kick is up. Good. Okay. So, again, with 9:12 left in the first quarter, the General McLane Lancers are up on the Franklin Knights 7-0. So, Nick, as kind of as we expected, the Lancers are coming out. They're throwing the ball quite a bit.
Yep.
It's something that, hopefully we make some adjustments along the way. But it seems like, with a team that's doing that, you either got to make sure you have guys back there knocking the ball down, or you need to get some pressure on that quarterback, because no quarterback likes getting hit with hands in their face. And so, when that ball's up in the air, if it gets tipped, it's anybody's game. So,
yep, no doubt.
Yeah, that's always it's fun to watch if there's a Ian Harper is on the plane before the game.
Nice.
All right. So back deep is, let's see. I see Mincer back there, and back deep looks like Liam Grigsby, the freshman. I'm sorry, that's Isaac Grigsby back there deep. And that's going, okay, taking closest to us. Number 3. Oh, that's number 9.
Wilmoth.
That's
right?
that's the Isaac.
Oh, that's the Grigsby.
Yes.
Good for him.
Yeah, Wilmoth was back deep. Grigsby. Okay. Okay, so we're going to take a little break here and see. So we don't have to take commercial break. You want to take a commercial break,
No,
Nick?
we don't have
we
to.
Can we can entertain everybody by just talking. So right now, the Knights are just thank you, Ian Harper. Always like it whenever Ian's tuning in and listening. So, all right. So if you're just joining us, the score currently is 7-0. The Lancers are up in the first quarter. There is 9:05 left in the game. We're just taking a short there's a little injury on the play. We can't really speculate what's going on until we have a little more information for you. So it's a very opening statement by the Lancers that's basically, they're a very pass-heavy team.
Yep.
And also it didn't seem like we were getting much pressure. On one play we did, but other than that, their offensive line sure seems to kind of have a handle on what's going on.
Yeah.
They did a nice little shovel pass, or you call it shuttle pass?
Yeah, shuttle pass.
Yeah, those are kind of nice little things to throw you off if you're trying to scheme a defense for them because you know the running back is the person getting the ball is in front of the quarterback, and you just kind of pitch it.
Yep.
And those are effective plays when you're used to throwing because everybody thinks, oh, he's going back to pass. Nope.
Yeah, it almost looked like a pulling guard if you like.
He did.
From where he's coming from, a tackle. But, yeah, it looked like a pulling lineman. And
okay.
Good to see Sam up.
Okay. So, folks, if you're just joining us, that's number 53, Sam Weimer, was down on the field. And he's kind of being helped off, limping a little bit. But I think he's going to be okay. Looks like he got a couple of buddies that. Boy, Sam's a heavy boy to be carrying.
I wasn't going to say that because it's never great during an injury, but it's never great to have to carry one of the big boys off. But he said these guys aren't getting it done.
Sam's hopping, so he'll hopefully be okay. Hopefully it's just an ankle or can't really see if it's an ankle or a knee, but couldn't really tell on the play.
Yeah, I couldn't either, and I don't like to play replays of guys getting injured because you just never know. So I didn't. But, I didn't see anything that suggested anything live, but he's in good hands down there.
Yep,
no doubt about it.
Take care of him. So, all right. So back to the field. The Knights gonna get 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. You'll see Jason Carey's back at quarterback, and in the backfield, Evan Stagwell is out, and that is number 44, Luke Marsteller, who's back there in front of Caden Mincer.
It's a young backfield.
Very young. Lancers jumped. I don't know if I'm thinking that might be a little bit of a bad situation for the Knights.
Yeah. Oh, offsides on the defense.
Okay. All right. Okay, so listen, there's a lot of flags flying here, but
yeah, you know, a sloppy game. I hate to say that, probably helps the Knights out. We don't want to get into a penalty battle with a better team, but it's been sloppy both ways, and so far I think that's been good for us. We got to keep it clean, though. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, you got that right. Okay. Looks like it's up the middle with Mincer. Oof. Not much going there.
Didn't get tackled, but
yeah,
didn't get anywhere either.
Yeah, a little frustration from Mincer. And if you can get a nice view of that. Get Will to come back. So we'll see how this goes. Okay, so that's bringing up 2nd down and about 5 for the Knights. That's a long 5.
Very long 5.
Very long 5.
Some would call it 6. We're not, though.
No. Okay, Mincer up the middle. Okay. Ooh. So, again, not much going for Mincer tonight. But if you watch this replay, folks, I mean, they're absolutely stacking that box.
Yeah. I mean, if you watched Franklin last week, the paper said we were 2 for 7 on the in the air. If I was a defensive coordinator, McLean, that's what I'd be doing too. I would be I'd be baiting the Knights into passing the ball. I'm not saying the Knights
and everybody after Mincer. That's looks like what they're looking at here.
Got to find a way to get outside, screen, quick out, something to get the ball off here quick.
Something other than just hand it to Mincer.
Yeah.
And he's back to pass. He steps up and he avoids one tackler, but not the second. So good movement there by Jason Carey, but he just could not get a good view of some open guys. So it looks like it's bringing up 4th down.
A couple guys open there, but when you drop back and there's guys coming on the outside, it's either get it out quick or run quick. And if you can keep your eyes upfield, that's great, but that's a tough play for any high school quarterback.
Yep. So on to kick is Connor Ritchie, our kicker this year. He's done a phenomenal job. And again, another great punt.
Oh.
Okay.
Pick it up. Go in the wrong direction.
So a good punt and no return. So it's down to about the 28-yard line or so. So a good strategy there for the Knights, kind of kicking it away from them. But it looks like there's a procedure call here on the Knights. I imagine the Lancers are going to say, man, no biggie. Okay, so it looks like they're going to put the yards, and we'll just take the result of the play. So, all right. So, interception, folks, for number 78. Mistakes here, and we need to really capitalize on these, whether it's a, they had a perfect over-the-middle post, boom, they dropped it. They've had a few penalties. We need to capitalize on these penalties.
Yep, have to.
Yeah. We got 4:59 left. Beautiful night up here in Edinboro. I don't know if this is called Edinboro, PA, but Edinboro is just 4 miles south of here. Up here in General McLane. Nice stadium, great setting. Perfect night for some football. And I meant N-I-G-H-T, not K-N-I-G-H-T.
Right.
But hopefully the Knights can pull this one. Uh-oh, fake up the middle. He's going deep. A lot of people down there. Good play. Okay, I can't see a number. I think that's Wilmuth that's out there, number 7. Yep. So good job by Mr. Wilmuth. He's out there. And for being amongst those Giants, Jaden's a 5'5" junior. And I tell you what, folks, he holds his own out there. He's not afraid to go up there against those bigger guys and fight for that ball. So kudos to Jaden Wilmuth. So that's bringing up 2nd and 10 for the Lancers. Takes a snap. Up the middle he goes. Okay. So that's only going to be a gain of about 2 or 3 yards. Good play. I can't see who made that tackle, but I don't know. It was a good play.
Yeah, Sam's back out there. I thought it might have been him.
Oh, was that 50? Okay, that's 53. Sam
Weimer.
Weimer.
I thought so, but I don't want to be wrong.
Quit being
a
homer.
I know.
Good job, Sam. All right. So speaking of Sam, hi, Sam Sanchez watching. Her son, Toby. Great fan of Toby's, I am. Okay. Looks like there's a nice quick slant there by the Lancers. And
another
Sam,
flag.
Oh, is there a flag? Okay. Might be on the tackle. Illegal man downfield. Okay. I know that because all my kids have been linemen.
All my guys have done that, is what I heard.
And but yeah, it's just one of those deals where sometimes your line gets super excited and they see a pass and they know the pass is coming. They want to hurry up and get down there so they can block, so they can touchdown celebrate. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and about 12. So 3rd and 12. Lynch back deep for the Knights as a safety. He goes back to pass. Oh, nice pressure there. And that's going to be a nice run, catch and run. Again, Jared Carwin, he is a monster.
He's a big man.
I mean, he's listed at 6'3". I don't know what he weighs, but he's not heavy, but he's just built.
Yeah, and it says he's 11th grader, too. He's got another year.
Oy. So the clock continues to run here for the Lancers. 3:50 left in the first quarter. Fake and a nice little screen out there.
Nice
but
hit.
You're not fooling Jeremy Cunningham. No way. So flag on the play. Also out there, Isaac Grigsby. Nice play by the freshman. So we'll see what this is. Oftentimes your line and your offense is never set. So there's a lot of motion issues for them, whether it's, certain guys are lined up, maybe, because you only have so many people on the line. So if you're a receiver and you see them check with the line judge and you see them back up, they're saying, I'm off the line. Or sometimes it's against the Knights.
I believe that's an illegal substitution. Yeah, that's what the PA guy just said, illegal substitution. So
that's against the Knights.
I won't pretend to know the ins and outs of an illegal substitution, but
well, see, what that means, Nick, is legal would be good, illegal is bad.
Right.
Substitute, not good. Regular is good. See, the insight I have here, folks, is amazing. So that's going to give them extra yards they don't need. It down to about the 9-yard line. So it looks like that's going to give them I'm sorry, not the 9. That's going to be about the 14. So 1st and 10. Up the middle he goes. Good tackle there. So he didn't get he got a couple yards, but down deep there's Sam and let's see here, who else? Number 75, Mr. Caden Kaselka. We've been calling Kaselka's name quite a bit here tonight, Nick. He's really, so far. I mean, he's, it's one of those deals where he understands this game really well for a sophomore. He
didn't have the interception, but he had the play that led to it.
Yeah. So back to pass.
Wow.
Oh. So that's a nice pass, complete. They're not a touchdown, so he's down to about the 1 yard line.
Nice play here.
Yeah, it was just a play, and then So it looks like the Lancers are lining up again. It's going to be 1st and goal about at the 1. So the Knights switch out, maybe go to a little heavy package here. Lancers checking out their coach for a play. Up the middle, up top it goes.
Woo! He was wide open.
He was. Number 11 wide open there, and that's Caden Haller. Again, a 6'4" sophomore.
Big man.
These guys are going to be good at basketball too, I bet.
Yeah, they haven't been these last few years, but boy, they've got some big, strong guys.
Yeah. So over there, if you watch the replay on that, I mean, there was like 2 receivers over there for McLean and just 1 defender for the Knights. So they use their tight ends very well, almost the Patriots-esque, if you will, how the New England Patriots, they just use their tight ends, or did. So up the middle he goes for a touchdown for the Lancers. So easy touchdown for the Lancers. That would be, what do we got here? So that's Cohen Beachley, the running back, 5'8", junior. So things are cooking pretty well for the Lancers here at home. It's 13-0, and there's 2:30 left in the first quarter. So on to extra point for the Lancers. Snap is good, and another penalty.
Offsides. If it's a situation where they think the kicker or the holder is going to get hurt, they're going to blow it dead, and he was halfway there, so that's probably a good call.
Yeah. He's pointing. So they're going to check to see, folks, if you're not familiar, they can move the ball closer and maybe go for 2, or they can just choose to kick again. Okay, so it's offsides. Or maybe they're going to assess that on the
kickoff.
Yeah, the kickoff.
Yeah, so I'm not sure how it works, to be honest with you.
Oh, and that is no good.
We'll take it.
Yep. So you never know what this can come down to, folks. We've been in tight games before. So far, this isn't a tight game, but you never know. So that's going to be not successful. So the Knights are down 13-0 on the road to General McLane. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. If you're just joining us, it's going to be a little tough one here for the Knights. They're up against a giant.
It is, but they're not playing terrible. We got to move the ball on offense. McLean's moving the ball down the field. There's no doubt about that. But when you're on defense, it's on the field the entire time. It's hard to do much about that. So not, making excuses or pointing blame, but the Knights have got to move the ball. McLean is bringing the house every play. We're going to have to pass the ball.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's just a matter of all right, boys, we got to do something here. And a big part for the Knights is they have to stay up. You can't get, down because, your head's hanging low because you're not doing well or anything like that. So just got to see how it goes here for the Knights. Now, they are kicking off at the 45-yard line, so not sure how this gentleman's leg is, but we'll see. Back deep is Jaden Wilmuth, and we'll see how it goes here for the Lancers on the kick. And that's going to be short. Here. Oh, and he's down. So it looks like he slipped and just took a knee down at the 21-yard line. So kind of a miscue, but, got him out there to where, at least it's out to the 20-yard line. Because if when you start off, if you're behind the 20-yard line, quite a bummer. And if you're in front of the 20, that's yay for you. So, all right. So 2:25 left in this first quarter. The Knights trying to take a stab here at the Lancers. So if you will, that's number 53, Sam Weimer in the backfield as a fullback in front of Caden Mincer. Jason Carey takes a snap. And so there is quite a bit of people there waiting for Mincer, and there's a flag, and it looks like it could be offsides on the Lancers. They were over across the line real quick. So hi, Katie Ewing. She is watching from Franklin, I'm assuming. So yes, it's offsides on the Lancers. So if you're watching the TV screen, Nick is up there kind of toying with the zoom and the stuff with the lens. It's kind of a little foggy if you look at the numbers. They're not quite as clean and crisp as we would like. So that gives us an extra 5 yards. So it's going to be 1st and 5 for the Knights. Carey takes a snap. Uh-oh. Goes back to pass. Nice. Okay. So it's not going to gain a ton of yards there. It looks like maybe a gain of a couple. So it's going to bring up about 2nd and a long 3, maybe 4 for the Knights. Johnson bringing the play in. So if you're just joining us, there's 1:40 left in this first quarter. The Knights are down 13-0 here in General McLane. Jason Carey under center with Johnson and Wilmuth. And it looks like they're offsides again. Very aggressive stance here by the Lancers. They're hopping after it. So, kudos to the coaches for recognizing that, because if you recognize, the other team is just jumping off that and off that cadence, change it up. And that's exactly what happened. So that's a good call by the coaching staff for the Knights. Christian Marshall, class of '94. When do we get a Weimer broadcast? Oh, brother cast like the Manning brothers. Well, that would be a tough one because my brother doesn't really talk. But I shouldn't say he doesn't talk. He would not talk much. So, Marshall, all you would get is a bunch of me. So I know that's not what you're looking for. Okay. So, unfortunately, not much there for the Knights other than just a bunch of Lancers in the backfield. So that's going to bring up a 2nd and 10 out at the 32-yard line for the Knights. Jason Carey taking the snap up to Mincer, and looks like he's going to get a few yards there. All right, so maybe a gain of 2. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 9. So I guess that was a gain of 1. Kind of a bad spot on that. But anyways. So there's 30 seconds left. We're going to have to get one more snap before the end of this first quarter. So Wilmuth coming close to our side. Up top, I believe that's one of the Grigsby boys. Jason steps up. He's got some room. Runs out to the 40, gets to the 42, and he's going to get enough of the 1st down. Very good, smart move by Jason Carey, recognizing he had a little bit of a pocket there. He stepped up in the pocket and realized no one else was there, because that second – the line came up through, and those linebackers are just crashing so hard on the snap that they came right up there, and it looks like the Knights got a 1st down. So that's going to bring up 1st and 10, and that's going to be – oh, he went out of bounds. So there's 6 seconds left in this first quarter. Johnson closest to us. Carey takes a snap to Mincer. And that did not go real well for the Knights. It looks like he's going to lose about 2 yards. So at the end of the first quarter, the Lancers, with a pretty dominating performance here, are up 13-0 on the Knights here at General McLane. It's a beautiful night for football, folks. If you're watching us, that means you're hopefully enjoying this Western Pennsylvania weather. This weekend's supposed to be beautiful. I know I'll be doing some golfing tomorrow. But speaking of tomorrow, the Junior Knights, folks, are at home. Home cooking for the Knights. The Junior Knights are at home. The Junior Knights game is at noon. Now there's a game before them that starts at 10:30. So by all means, folks, please come out and join us and cheer on these Junior Knights, because that is the feeder program. That's the 4th, 5th, and 6th grade program. It's one that I used to help coach, and the same coach is still there, Scott Graham. He's dedicated to the junior program, and he's done a phenomenal job. And I know a few of those players on the team. I know Jack and Carter Lyons are on that team. I know Grayson Milliron's on that team. There's some special athletes there. So if you're not doing anything tomorrow, folks, please go out and join and cheer on the Junior Knights. It's at the Franklin Stadium, and it starts at noon. So that'll be a fun one to watch. And actually, I know the person who's going to be the announcer for that game. Nick's not listening, or else he'd probably say, well, who's that, Ryan? Yeah, that's me. I'll be the announcer tomorrow, folks. So if you want to entertain more, please show up. All right, so start of the second quarter. The Knights are at the 45-yard line. Pitch to Mincer. He gets outside to the 50, to the 50. Okay, he's out past. He's about the 40, 42, 43-yard line, and that's going to be a first down for the Knights. A nice block there by the fullback, Sam. Looked like he kind of sealed that. And, man, that's what we need, is something to build on. Welcome back, Nick.
Hey, thanks. Just having some issues with the camera. It's a little blurry if you're watching. We apologize. I don't know why. Yeah, that's as best I can say right now. I don't know.
I don't see a blur. It must be just you.
Yeah, maybe I'm just a perfectionist, but it just doesn't look as good as it should, so I apologize.
Okay, another good run by Mincer. A couple of nice tackles. I'm sorry, a couple of nice blocks for the Knights. Do we get a replay of that?
You know, we might.
Okay. If you watch here,
Nope.
Okay. But you had a couple of the Lancers in the backfield. They're laying on the ground, and a couple other guys that are making tackles are definitely back a few yards. So Mincer's running hard tonight, folks. So that's going to bring up 2nd and about 6 for the Knights. Wilmuth is closest to us. That's Landon Lynch in motion. Takes a snap.
Go, Mincer, go!
Okay, Mincer gets the outside, and he's going to get enough for a first down, folks. Again, the left side of that line has to be blocking well. I mean, they're just, yeah. Oh, great. Bill Keeley's here joining us, folks. And, of course, the first thing out of his yapper is the people want Amy Hanna to join the show. Well, you know what? Keeley, one of these times you're going to get that wish. Well, I'm not going to tell you when. You just keep on tuning in. And one of these times maybe we'll give some maybe give you something what you want.
Yeah.
So up the middle goes Caden. Okay. And again, oh, no. Oh, no.
Not good.
Fortunately, that's going to be a fumble and a recovery. Ooh, looks like Caden's fine. Caden's going off, and he's kind of. It looks like he's just flat out beat up, folks. I mean, he's running really hard, and he's getting tackled by 3-4 guys every single play. So hopefully he can get a little break, get a little breather going there. So looks like they have Anthony Martin in on the line as an end there. A very good athlete. He was a basketball player for Nick. And back to pass. Oh, he's going to throw deep.
That's got to be us. We got it.
All right. Great turnover there. Is that
31, it looks like.
Oh, all right. We got some. Is that Johnson? I
don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, if it is Johnson, good job. I mean, I just can't tell.
It looked like a 31, and we don't have a 31 on our roster. Julian Johnson.
It's Julian Johnson, so he must not be in his normal 15.
Stolen jersey, 31, Julian Johnson.
If you're watching the show and you stole Julian's jersey, please, he'll sign it. Just give it back.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
We'll let you keep it. Just give it back. All right, so it is Caden back there behind Sam with Jason Carey calling the plays. We have 10:27 left in the first half. A flag.
Not a delay of game.
No. I think they got a few too many. What? It's on. Wow, we must have moved before, and they called it. So a lot of, I don't know if this is a sloppy game or a very sensitive group of officials out there.
Yeah, you know, they got yelled at last week. They didn't call enough penalties, is what I heard. So they decided we had to make up for it this week. And, you know, it's been both ways, certainly not just on Franklin.
No. Yeah, right.
Yeah, they have got their money's worth. They're going to have sore arms at the end of this game.
Poor folks. Okay, so that's going to bring up 1st and 15. Back to pass. Oh. And there's nobody really open. These routes that they're running, there's just not any separation there, but also they're very deep routes. And nothing's there. And Jason, smart decision by him. He just throws it away because, folks, if you just throw that ball up, I don't know if you can see at home, but these are some tall kids. There's a couple guys. Number 22 is not super tall, but number 2, I mean, there's some tall kids back there. They're all 6'1", 6 foot tall. You throw the ball up for grabs. I don't like that. So, okay, Menser takes the pitch out to the side. Oh.
They're trying a little bit of everything right now to get some of that pressure off of them, and it's just no good so far. The good news for the Knights is they've gotten a few turnovers themselves.
Yep.
It's keeping them in it, but got to start moving the ball. We're moving backwards.
Yep. So it looks like it's going to be a timeout by the Knights. 9:52 left in this first half. If you're watching and just tuned in, there's a little bit of fuzzy situation going on there. The camera's not focusing in. So Nick's hopping up above and going to do a little technical work. Of course, you don't want Ryan doing any of the technical work because then it would be technically bad. So if you're joining us, the score is 13-0. The General McLane Lancers are up on the Knights. So one thing I'll say if you're just joining us, the Knights are not playing a bad team. They're just playing a really good team. A couple of turnovers here and there have really hurt us. So we'll see how this turns out. But again, also the General McLane Lancers are a monstrous team. Monster being numbers. They have 63 kids or so on the roster. Good program up here. So no slight. You can't throw shame on somebody that has a good program. So we'll see how this goes for the Knights. It's going to bring up 3rd and it's going to be about 15, I want to say. They got to get across midfield out to the 51 for a first down. So he's back to pass. And there's just nothing happening there for the Knights. So that's going to bring up a 4th down for the Knights. That's going to bring up Connor Ritchie. And if you watch that, there's just nowhere for Jason to run to up front. He's rolling to his right, which is good, but there's just nothing out there for him, nowhere for him to throw. And the blades are very slow developing, so it's not a quick pass for him. So he's in a tough situation. Good kid, senior, been through a couple injuries here and there. So see if they can make some adjustments. So with 4th and 15, Connor Ritchie is coming out to punt. Jeremy Cunningham on the snap. Snap is good. The kick is good. And he's going to take the ball out to the side and go out of bounds, not quite to midfield. So it's going to bring out the Lancers at about the 49 yard line. They are not quite across midfield, so that's going to bring up 1st and 10. So 9:35 left in this half, and as you know, folks, as soon as the Lancers get the ball, it's go time. They don't wait for anything. So, and here we start. And, of course, there's a penalty. Again, it's a motion call on the Lancers. So it's going to back them up 5 yards. And that's one thing that, it's nice to run a high-pace offense, but you got to be disciplined, because if you're not disciplined, you're getting a lot of motion penalties. So that's going to bring up 1st and 15 for the Lancers. Now they're back to the 44-yard line. Okay, up the middle he goes. Cuts out to the right, over to the middle, and he's going to get the first down with a pickup of about 20 yards. So he's crossed midfield to the 45-yard line. Again, a nice play, a very, very patient running style for the Lancers. If you remember, folks, back when Le'Veon Bell, and we're back, and look at that. Slick Nick.
A little better.
Fixing things.
A little better, huh?
Little better. Okay, folks, if you're listening in, just tap your button and refresh that. And I'm not sure where she is here, but it's definitely a lot better now. So, another little shuttle pass up the middle. And, boy, that guy is just, a very good play there for the Lancers. They just get that shuttle pass, and he just goes. So, let's see. So a timeout left. So a timeout by the Lancers, I believe. And I just hit refresh on mine, and it's back up and working. Yep, the game is showing.
Boy, that just, things just aren't going the way they should today.
Yeah, but you know what? When you got Nick in the corner, I like it.
Oh,
yeah. So we have a man down right now for the Knights. It's nothing serious. He's up. He's not up. He's on knees, and he's moving around. So if you're at home watching, worried about your son out in the field, it doesn't look to be too bad. So, Nick, you're doing a lot of work tonight.
Yeah, I've done my steps for the week.
Yeah. Good thing the week's coming to an end.
Right.
Tomorrow, I didn't tell you this yet, but tomorrow I'm going to be doing the announcing at the high school for the Junior Knights game.
Is that the only time they play at Franklin this year?
No.
Okay, because maybe I'm getting the cart ahead of the horse here, but I think it would be awesome to live stream one of those someday.
That would be cool.
Just, those kids go home, record it, and have it forever.
That is cool.
But I'm going to the Pitt, West Virginia game, the Backyard Brawl tomorrow. Not that I'm not interested in those young kids. I think that would be awesome to go to, but it's not for me tomorrow.
No, that's okay. It's not next Saturday, but the following one. So there's a couple, but I'll get the schedule and post it on here for everyone. So up the middle he goes, breaks a tackle, and going to break another tackle, and finally brought down by Jaden Wilmuth. And that's going to give, obviously, a big first down for the Lancers. Okay. So, there's just a couple missed tackles here and there, but other than that, it's just honestly, the Knights just look like they're moving slow.
They are. They've been on the field a while.
Yeah. and that's what happens.
Quick.
So, again, Nick, you were up top when I said this, but I said, you know, when you have this offense that's a little bit not super complex, but just very fast-paced.
Yep.
If you're running a fast-paced offense, you don't huddle. You have these guys. If you guys are not disciplined, they're getting a lot of these infractions, and it's all you know, formation stuff for the offense. And the Lancers are just, you know, obviously I'm not criticizing them harshly. I'm just saying, you know, yay for the Knights, but they got to really work on their getting set for the plays.
Yeah, you'd think a team that's had this much success this year wouldn't. Oh boy,
he is wide open, and that's in for a touchdown, and that is for Teague Berger.
What a name!
Yes. Wow, it was one of those deals where they had a guy go deep, and both guys went deep with him.
3 guys on the corner route, and nobody picked up number 6. Probably a zone coverage and a miscommunication.
Yep.
It happens, but when it happens for a touchdown to make it 20-0, it just looks worse.
Yes,
you hate
absolutely.
To say it.
Yeah. All right. So they're going to go for 2, folks.
Oh, baby.
Rot-row, Rorge. 7:59 left in the first half. The Lancers going to go for 2. Looks like a little bit of an option. Oh, my. How about that trick play? Little shuttle pass up to number 0 up the middle.
Fancy.
Yeah. I tell you, that number 0, he does that shuttle pass real nice. Jared Corwin, and he's a big boy to tackle, but he's also very quick. If you watch here, folks, boom, and then he goes.
Yeah, you know, if you look at it, too, if we can – we'll bring it back here. If you see 6 at the top of the screen, I think he could have pitched it to 6 for
Honestly, is that not a triple option?
Yeah. I mean, I think he had it either way. Marsteller got left on an island there, and that's who they're keying off of, and he froze.
Yeah.
Which I'm not saying that's, you know, the wrong play, but when you freeze.
Marsteller had the quarterback.
Yeah.
And so they had to run off that. Julie Hill brings up a very good point. It is Friday the 13th. That's why we're having the technical difficulties.
Yep. I knew something wasn't right. I didn't know what. I just knew something wasn't right.
Yep.
So I apologize if you're out there and you're a little frustrated, but at this moment we got things working.
Oh, they're working good. And you do a good job there, Nick.
Hey, thanks. I tried my best. I enjoyed this.
I kept everybody entertained.
I knew you would. I never even doubted for 1 second. I didn't even worry.
Poor people. They muted me, and they didn't even realize.
Boy, I'd rather see a blurry camera than listen to Ryan.
That's right.
I'm just kidding.
Nice kick back there for the Wilmuth. See if he's going to take it.
Got to pick it up.
Yep. Out to the 10. Uh-oh. Nice block there.
He does a nice job in that return game. I mean, he really does. He never does anything extravagant, but he just makes a lot of smart plays and gets the ball and gets positive yards. And, you know, that more than anything a lot of times is important.
Nick, Michelle Shaw has a little issue. She can't get YouTube to work. Well, you just wait there, Michelle. First lady of our special teams.
First lady. Let me see here. See if I can. Let's just see what I can find. I looked a minute ago and had it working. That certainly doesn't mean that it is.
That's okay. Oh, geez. Amy Weimer's listening and commenting. She said, Bill Keeley, she is ready and waiting for an invite which never seems to come.
Sad.
Yeah, sad but true. Okay. So, oh boy. Blow the whistle.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, if you're listening out there, it is working. I am one of 59 people watching on YouTube, so if it's not working for you, I would refresh it. We did lose connection there a little bit ago, and sometimes you just have to refresh on your end. So I apologize. I know that's inconvenient, but give it the old turn it off and turn it back on.
There you go. It always works. Well,
until it doesn't.
Until it doesn't. 7:20 left in this first half. It's 21-0. The Lancers are up on the Knights. Looks like we have the normal cast out there. Oh, we got Sam in the backfield. Behind him is, I don't think that's Mincer.
I think it's Marsteller.
I think it is as well. Yeah. So, again, a freshman out there running the ball.
Hey.
Sam needs to make some good blocks for the guy. You know, Luke's a freshman out there against a big team. Got to get your line to beef up and man up for your young guys.
Yep.
So it's going to bring up third and about 13 for the Knights with 6:30 left in the first half.
Sorry about that. I was just going to say, you start to see these things as the season goes on in a small roster. Guys that, not that they're not good enough, but maybe would be a year away on some teams get thrown in there when you're in a small roster. And Luke's one of them. He's doing a fine job, but it's not easy.
No, it's not. And I'm not sure why, but they're way faster than us. And we, again, have a quarterback that roll to his left is very tough for a right-handed quarterback.
Yeah, and, you see this issue, and when the offense is struggling, they're going, in this situation, they're going backwards. So they're going to punt. McLean's going to get it midfield, 40-yard line, and a good offense in 40 yards is a problem. And then this is how it starts to snowball, and the Knights, you need to get a drive together and flip the field position, if nothing else. And it's easier said than done, but until that happens,
100%.
this is just going to continue to happen,
Richie
if you will.
on the kick. Not a bad kick. Okay.
45.
So about the 45-yard line for the Lancers.
I hate to say it like this, but, imagine if we didn't have a good punter right now.
Oh, boy.
It would be very ugly. So
Yeah, and a good snapper, too.
Yeah,
I mean, it definitely yay for Connor.
Yep.
But good job for Cunningham on those snaps. They're right to him each time. So very, very good job. So that, we got our work cut out for us here. And Marshall continues to add fuel to the fire. And yikes. All right. So the Lancers take the ball at the 47-yard line. Up fake up the middle. Nice little quick slant. All right, so that's going to give them a first down, and they, I love those quick slants, Nick. I don't know if
same here.
Did you like throwing those much?
They're the easiest ones, especially when he's out. I mean, look how much room he has right
and
there.
Then bam, throw it.
Yep.
Good job by Sam throwing him to the ground. Atta boy, Sam.
Finishing the tackle.
All right, incomplete pass. We'll take that.
Jeez.
Yeah. And the good part is also when somebody has an incomplete pass, that stops the clock. So
and when the clock stops, you can make substitutions.
Yes, because again, this team, they like to keep things moving. All right, so 2nd and 10 at the 30.
There's that shuffle again.
Yep, and nice tackle. I can't tell if that was Luke. 30. No, that's 34. Is that Julian? No. I can't tell. 34. He's not on our roster. Oh, that's Eddie Platt. All right. Good job, Eddie. My bad. Sorry about that.
Good for him. That's another guy that, probably wouldn't have seen a lot of time at the beginning of the season, but, as the season goes on and injuries happen, he's getting time, and good for Eddie.
He's doing well.
Yeah, he is. He's in a lot of tackles. Not a big kid. I know Eddie outside of this. Not a big kid, but, he's playing hard, so good for him.
Yep. Okay, so timeout. And again, if you're just joining us, we have a timeout with 5:03 left in the first half. The General McLane Lancers are up 21-0 on the Franklin Knights. And if you're just joining us also, it's been kind of an interesting game. The Lancers are doing a couple of different things. One thing they do pass quite a bit, and also they like to do a little shuttle pass, and that shuttle little pitch has been very, very effective.
Yeah, the Knights are going to have to make some adjustments with that. I think as the game goes on, you got to have to treat that almost like a run, which is easy to say because we're up here, but it's not a run. It's a pass design, but going to have to make adjustments to be aware of that because usually you have a backer on the tight end to start, and he's going across the formation and catching that pitch, and that's a hard play for a linebacker to chase down. So
absolutely. All right. Oh, Sam is offsides. Whoopsie daisies on Sam. So again, that's going to be enough for a first down. If you're being optimistic, you say, well, you like seeing the aggression. But if you're being a realist, you're saying, geez, We can't have many more of those.
No. No, we can't. Yeah, there's not much else to say about it at that point. We can't. But, yeah, we got to make adjustments. We will. Ooh.
Okay. So a very interesting play there. I mean, if you all of a sudden, bam, there it goes, and I thought that was going to be a scary situation.
Yes.
Yeah. So, Marshall, I agree with you, sir. Marshall said this is reminiscent of watching the Cowboys have their way with the Browns.
Yeah, it was an ugly one. Cowboys look good.
Yeah.
Hate to say it.
Well,
the Browns didn't, though. So
no, they looked awful. Okay, so 2nd down and 10. Oh, nice up the middle, big old hole there. And, he's going to get a 1st down, and looks like he's going to scooch around for a touchdown. Wow, that's a good individual effort there by the Lancers. Wow. Thanks, Ian. I did get excited watching the Cowboys beat up the Cleveland Browns. But, wow, that was a tough, I don't know if you'd want to say a tough way to play to defend, because he started up the middle, cut to the right.
Yeah.
Then cut way outside, then cut back up the middle, and there's a touchdown.
Yeah, it's just one of those plays where they have athletes and their athletes made plays and ours didn't. And
yeah, ours are exhausted.
Yeah, you can tell. Actually, I was thinking that on the last drive, and that was before we got to this point.
Wow, that is good.
Barely
good. So that's going to bring it up to Ian Harper until the playoffs. That is correct, Marshall. So it's going to bring 28-0 the General McLane Lancers over the Knights. So one thing I will say, Nick, an advantage we for sure have, again, is the kicking game by a mile.
Yep, no doubt about it.
We have just been fortunate enough for the Knights the last couple years. We've had a great kickers. Last year we had
Fenningworth.
Yes, Nathan Fenningworth, and he was tremendous. We had him for a few years, and then he kind of groomed Connor Ritchie. And I think it's a great thing to have kids play soccer and kick for the football team. So
need a big return here.
Yes. 4:47 left in the first half. We'll move back deep for the Knights. And off the kick. Is that going to go? Uh-oh.
If he didn't touch it, that's a penalty.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not sure, folks. I know this much. The ref was right there, so if it did hit him, they're gonna find out.
It's hard to tell on this one. We'll say he missed it.
Listen,
we're down 28-0. I think it'll be all right.
Here's my opinion on this, folks. And if this is not popular, you can yell at me if you want. Whatever call was made, booing and yelling profanities is not going to change the call.
No.
So whatever it is, and McLean's up, but there's a couple of boos, but no one here is yelling anything. But just in general, when people start arguing with the officials, especially in a situation where there's a lot of family members and kids and stuff around, it's never a great look to sit there and boo and.
There's already an official shortage.
Yes.
These guys are doing the best they can. If they were the best of the best, they'd be on Sundays, not Friday nights. And I don't say that rudely.
No, you're right.
They're doing the best jobs they can.
Absolutely. Carry back to pass. Sam puts a little block there for him.
Got it.
Nice play, Lynch. There you go, baby.
He's still going. Ooh.
All right. So there's a couple of friends really working together there. So it was nice to see on this play. If you watch Sam right behind the quarterback, Jason Carey, they're good buds. Nice kick out there by Sam. Step up. Nice play. And another good friend of theirs is Landon Lynch. The only thing we're missing is Toby Sanchez out there.
And unfortunately we're going to be missing him.
I think so. Toby's such a great kid. He just brings so much to the table.
Yep.
Skill-wise, a lot. But just his personality and his presence and
leadership, things like that.
Yep.
Any senior gone is not a good thing.
No. So Carey,
better get rid of it.
He's got a few.
He's got a lot of room now.
Oh, yeah, he does.
No, he doesn't. What happened?
And, okay. I don't know, Nick.
I could have sworn he had like 10 yards of space there. I was short of it.
Yep.
We'll see if something happened here, but how he got through right there, I still don't know. But right here, he ran into his own lineman.
Yep.
Who didn't realize. Oh, boy. Well, hey.
Okay.
It happens.
All right. We got the band man himself, Mr. Johnston, behind us. All right. Folks, where you have the mic set up, we're going to listen to the band here, and officially it's going to be 4 minutes and 28 seconds till the band comes out and entertains us at halftime. Till then, it's 2nd and 10 at the 48-yard line. Jason Carey back to pass, scrambling around a little bit. Okay, Lynch again. Very good job. You know, Nick, one thing we are starting to see is a little bit of the emergence of Landon Lynch in the receiving game here.
Yeah. I thought it was interesting. I bought the paper again this morning to read the pregame or the preview, if you will, and Turk said that tight end was Lynch's natural position.
Yep.
Which, makes sense. Obviously, he's a big, strong kid. So he's a heck of an athlete. So to see him out there catching the ball in space and making plays, it's good to see. And Carey's doing well as well. He's been under fire. I don't know if necessarily that's a blocking issue. They're just bringing guys every play, and we're starting to put some good stuff together. It's really nice to see.
100%. Yep. So Carey goes back to pass. Got some protection.
Get rid of it.
Yep.
That's a fumble.
Okay, incomplete pass. Yeah, it's just one of those deals where they need to get their 3-step drop and go.
Yeah, if you watch
this, time.
Yeah, if you watch this replay, right?
1, 2, 3, pop.
Yeah, right there. We got to be getting ready to get the ball out.
He's going more of a 5-stepper.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that's he's not doing anything wrong, but 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then you got guys barreling down on you. You just don't have time to do that.
Yeah.
Not anybody's fault. They're bringing tons of pressure. It's got to be a 3-step and out. And once you get comfortable with that and get some yards, then the pressure starts to come off a little bit. The running game opens back up a little bit, things like that. So,
So it looks like number 55, Robbie Lewis, is in the backfield. Well, he's out there.
He's all over.
Yeah, a little bit here, a little bit there. Back there to protect. Woof.
I tell you what.
Just not a lot of protection.
There's not, but if you watch the guy that runs, he said Robbie, look at him. He steps up, and he knows his job, and he knows it's coming.
He stopped him.
The
guy didn't make it. But if you look at the guys that are receiving, there's just everything is so far deep.
Yeah.
And we just don't have time to get the ball to them. So it's a tough.
Yeah. That's the hardest block to make. You're standing still, and you're taking on that blitzer who gets a running start.
They get a running start to pummel you.
Yes. I mean, the fact that, he slowed him down, and I wasn't making fun of him. I was actually complimenting him.
I was going to say, it's actually a compliment of what you're saying.
Coming right down the
He's a
tough
tough kid.
Yeah.
Tough kid. Absolutely. Carey takes
rid
it back.
Uh-oh. So almost every play here, I don't know if the replay will show it, but the backside guy's coming untouched every time. Just right off the end. I don't know if it's just
if you're looking at the left tackle and the left guard, we're talking to each other.
Well, and I think if I look here right there, you can see a lineman turned around at the top of the screen. Not to single anyone out, but when you're looking at your quarterback, both tackles are looking at the quarterback, which is usually an indication of why is my guy back there.
Ruh-roh.
Yeah, and I don't think that's happened every time, but they're bringing backside pressure. Not Lynch. Carey has to know that, has to get rid of it. And it might be a situation, when I was quarterback, I always wanted my protection behind me. I can see the guy coming at me in my face. I can't see the guy behind me. So I would be telling the running back, delay a game on the Knights here. I would be telling the running back who's picking up that blitz, get the backside, which would be the left side of the line because he's right-handed, and I'll do my best on the guy coming at me. And
No, nowadays we like to call that the blind side.
That's right.
Since the movie.
Shout out Sandra Bullock.
Michael Orr. All right. So Connor Ritchie on.
Nobody on the right side and 2 on the left. I don't know if you noticed that. It's a
Yeah.
unique return formation, and he went right to them.
I think he just – oh, good try. Robbie Lewis.
Right, yeah, Robbie was coming in. He
was coming hard.
Yeah, he was not afraid. He was coming hard, and he just made contact, but he didn't bring him down.
That's all right. 2:58 left. The one thing that's always great to see is just effort, because you can coach a lot of schematics and where you're going to go and position and stuff.
Yeah.
You can't coach effort.
Yeah.
If they're not giving you effort, the coaches can't work with you.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that you got to love when you see guys like Robbie Lewis out there just working his butt off.
We talked about before the game, I don't think in the 5 years that Turk's been here that I've seen a team that's lazy. I mean, he gets those kids playing hard.
Yep. Oh,
he's
nice
down.
Pass. Okay. So it's a nice little pickup of about 4 yards, but what that's going to do is keep the clock rolling. So, again, 2:40 left in the first half. Again, you can't substitute here for the Knights because it's just they're on the field. Oh, nice little play out to the far side. He's going to get a first down and then, out to across the midfield out to about the 40-yard line. Go the Lancers. This is a nice play. I mean, he's wide open.
Yeah,
and,
he is.
He made some good things happen. If I were on the Lancers coaching staff, I'd been yelling, "Get out of bounds!" But he did not.
Yeah, which I was kind of surprised because I think he had the opportunity.
Yeah. So 3 wide. Oh, he's deep. Nope.
Another open.
Yep.
Same thing. He didn't go out. Oh, it doesn't matter. That's a fumble. That should be a touchback. Did they go a touchdown?
No. The Lancers think they called touchdown, but I don't think that really has much.
I don't know if we have time for the replay, but boy, to me, it looked like he fumbled it out of the end zone, which would be a touchback.
Safety, yeah. Or I'm sorry, not safety. Touchback.
Yeah, unless he was down, which I guess we'll see here. He definitely fumbled it, though. Yeah, that was a close one.
That was close.
But like we said, they gave him a touchdown.
They gave him a touchdown.
They sure
Are
did.
you serious?
Yeah.
Good golly. All right, so on for the extra point for the Lancers. Will kick is up and not good. That was kicked right to the official, and he caught it. Good hands there, official.
So, I don't know if this is any indication where the Knights are at, but last week McLean was up 35-0 at the half on Oil City.
Yep.
With, I can't see the scoreboard from
About
where we are, 2 minutes.
Yep, 2:07.
34-0. So
what were the Oilers down? 35?
35.
So we're one better than Oil City.
That's right. And that's, when you're down 34-0, you have to find things like that.
Yep.
And, hey, I love it. So, we've talked about it a lot, though. McLean's a good team. They lost to a 6A Newcastle by 2 points. It was like 49-47.
Yeah.
They blew out Harbor Creek and they blew out Oil City. So this is a good team. I would not be surprised if these guys were playing in a district championship and maybe a little beyond this year. So that's that's where they're at, and this is where we're at.
Yep.
It's just the reality of it. But the Knights are playing hard.
Oh yeah. Ian Harper has a nice comment on Facebook here. It says, "Am I allowed to say that wasn't a great call?" Yes, you can say that, Ian.
As long as you say it kindly.
Yes, very kindly. All right, so the Lancers ready to kick off. Boy, it'd be nice to see us get something here.
Yeah.
Just something to build off of before halftime. If it's not a touchdown, just some positive yards.
JW 7 for 7 would be sick. Nope. Oh. Pick it up. That might be their ball. We got it.
No, it's ours.
So, I was always taught if you don't catch it in the air, on a kickoff you have one chance to pick it up. On a punt, you don't. You get down on it. On a kickoff, you have one chance to pick it up. And if you don't get on that first try, you fall on it.
Yep.
And he didn't get it. He dropped it. Not a big deal. Tried to pick it up on the first one. Didn't get it. At that point, you're diving on the ball. And I know you're thinking, I got to pick it up. I got to go. But just fall on the ball. Because the only thing worse than starting on your 13 is them starting on your 13. And that was just about what happened there.
That was. Yeah. And I think that's a maturity thing for us,
no
age-wise.
We had Freddie back there to start the season, guys like that, and not that the guys out there aren't good players, but I haven't seen them back there, to catch a kickoff this year, and this is what happens.
Yep. Oh, nice move, Kerry. Back to pass. He's going to throw it out of bounds. So that's a tough play. He was under pressure the entire time there.
Yeah, we did
nowhere to throw except for down to the 50-yard line.
And the one receiver on that side of the field was past midfield. When I played in college, our quarterback, the senior starting quarterback, was very athletic, and we used to run what we call a scramble drill. And it essentially, if you were the short route, you'd go long, you'd break long. If you were the long route, you'd break back to the ball. And it's just, it's a change of direction to kind of get away from the receiver. But the reality of it, too, is once you get so far downfield, especially in high school, the quarterback can't throw it to you on the run like that.
No.
So you have to be able to come back to the ball, and he just didn't there.
Yep. All right, so we got another handoff up the middle.
Absolutely nothing going.
No.
I don't think – I haven't seen Mincer in the backfield for a little while.
I haven't either, and I see there's a few players over on the sideline, and I can't tell you for $1 million as to who it is.
Yeah.
But there's 2 of them over there, and maybe we'll get some updates at halftime here. Minute 20 left in this first half until the Black Knight Marching Band comes out and entertains us at halftime. So it's coming up with 3rd and 10 for the Knights. Carey takes the snap.
Got to be out now. Didn't get a good cover of the play as far as the camera goes, but same thing. He's at the 3 steps. It looks like it's supposed to come out. I don't know if he doesn't think somebody's open or if he's just hyper-focused on that pressure that is absolutely there every play. But he immediately just starts backing up and rolling out. And, not saying that's anybody's fault, but that's just not going to – it's just a recipe for incompletions or sacks. It's just where we're at. So if I'm McLane here and, you're looking at a playoff team more than likely, I know they're up 34-0, but as a coach, you got to take what you can get, and I would be trying to score. I mean, because this might be a situation in a playoff game that you might need. So don't be surprised to see him.
By Connor. Oh, a fair catch made by the Lancers. So that's going to bring them to the 48-yard line.
I think they might be trying. I could be wrong. Maybe they're just running the clock out for the half. But if I were them, I would fair catch. I think the coach is probably saying, let's work on something here. Let's do something. This is an opportunity for us to build on because, right, wrong, or indifferent, they're going to be playing a team better than Franklin in the playoffs.
Yep.
And you want to have a couple opportunities to say, hey, remember in week 4 when we had a minute on the clock and we marched down the field, things like that. So
50 seconds left, and they still have their starters out there. So
they're going
they're
for
definitely
it.
Yeah, sure. And you can't blame them for this.
I would be doing the same.
Yep. So he rolls to his –
Ooh,
oh, wow.
I didn't even see him. Oh, my.
Uh-oh. He's going out to the 30, to the 35-yard line. What a play. Individual run there.
Yep.
Wow. If you watch this, he rolls to his left and throws back to the right. That's a tough throw. But then it's just it's a show because Jackson Kaiser just runs around and every which way. Again, nice little quick out, and there's a flag on the play.
Yeah, I apologize. I was watching the last replay, and they snapped it.
Yeah.
So I didn't get the beginning of the play. It was just a quick little out to their nice tight end, but the flag was at the line. I don't know if it's a man downfield.
I think we were just trying to get a guy on the field. So
legal substitution on McLane.
Illegal man downfield. Yeah.
I was wondering.
Yep. Okay. Okay, so it looks like the Lancers are going to be going back a little bit here, folks. Maybe 5 yards? 5 yards. So illegal man downfields. All right. Hey now.
33 seconds.
Chad Wilkinson is watching.
All right.
Coach Chad is what I like to call him.
He was here with us at this place last year. It's unfortunately much of the same.
Yeah. So 34-0 with 33 seconds left. Fake the handoff. Oh, he's got some space too. He's going to get out there.
Gone.
He's the touchdown. Again, there's brother to brother. Jacob takes it in the end zone from Isaac. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Zeitz.
I think Zeitz looks right.
Yeah. Wow, you're a poet and you don't even know it.
Uh-huh.
That's Nick, and that's why he's so slick. Yeah, it's just a nice out. And then after that, it's just he's so fast that he outran the camera.
Big time. Yeah,
right.
you know, and it's, you know, you hate to compare teams, but that's what I just love to see Franklin do. 3-step drop, throw the ball out towards the sideline, you know, and it's just not happening.
So let's see if they can make an extra point here. This kicker's had his struggles. Oh, good. All right, so that brings it up to 41-0. The Lancers are up on the Knights, and there's 26 seconds left in this first half. The Knights are having some issues containing these McLane Lancers. And, Nick, it's not just your line them up and run right down the throat. These Lancers are going back to pass. We've seen a lot of shuttle passes. We've seen some crossing patterns. We've seen quick slants. We've seen them just go back and chuck it and heave it up in the air. They got quite a passing combination here.
Yeah, you know, I was reading some articles on the internet this morning, just trying to get a little bit of info on McLean, and the quote from their coach from last week. He said, you know, we don't run the crazy complex offense. He said, but we run a pretty unique offense at the high school level.
It is.
And you know, he says that, and you can read that, but you know, seeing it, I think we can both agree that, you know, they spread us out. They are running the ball some, shovel passes. They're really on offense doing whatever they want, and unfortunately the score shows.
Yep. So the Knights are going to get the kickoff here with 26 seconds left. You can hear the crowd. There's a big student section down here.
Got some costumes on.
They do. All right, there we go. Wilmuth takes it out to the 20, 25, out to the 30, going out to the 34, 35-yard line.
Nice adjustment there by the Knights. They moved Wilmuth up to not the back guy, but the second row guy, which gave him the opportunity to get that ball, which was big.
Yeah.
Because he's your best athlete back there, and that's no slight to anyone else, but
no,
you want the best guy. You want the best guy, best athlete catching it.
Yep. Again, still sidelined this week is Freddie Blackhurst. He's here.
Just going to say he's here.
Yep, he's at the game. He was at school this week, so, you know, he seems to be in good spirits. My son Jack is same grade as Freddie, and they've been buds for quite some time. And
he's throwing the ball up on the sideline, playing catch with himself, keeping himself busy.
Yeah, if you know Freddie, he doesn't stop moving.
No, idle hands for him are bad, so I don't hate that he has a ball and he's tossing it up.
Yep. Stephanie Anderson is watching. Hello, Steph. She is part of the staff up at Kinzer's Orthodontics.
Nice.
And I actually was up there. And
because you're talking too much.
I think so.
That's what I heard.
One of my retainers just flat out broke, and the staff up there was awesome. And it was good. It was a good experience, and she was up there, and it's nice to see a friendly face when you're at the dentist. Yikes.
I hope she's not listening, but I lost my retainers very shortly after
Whoa.
I know.
Whoa.
I know.
Whoa.
I hope my mom's not listening either.
Brad is going to be after you, bud.
I know.
Okay, so it's 41-0. The Lancers are up on the Franklin Knights. I believe, folks, we have a halftime show coming up.
Oh, yeah, they're lined up.
We're going to leave this over to the Black Knight Marching Band, and we'll let it go from there. So sit back and enjoy the halftime show, folks.
Proudly returning to Washington, D.C. for the 2025 National Memorial Day Parade. Get on your feet and welcome the pride of Pennsylvania, your Franklin High School Black Knight Marching Band. Open tonight's show by getting you on your feet with the music of Ricky Martin. It's the Cup of Life. We proudly bring you the front our Silks and Knights with the music of Pesha. The Franklin High School Black Knight Marching Band brings down the house with Peo Cruz. Ladies and gentlemen, the pride of Pennsylvania, your Franklin High School Black Varsity.
It's Truck Town. It's time to get down to Allegheny Toyota in Franklin. We have over 26 new Toyota Tacomas and Tundras in stock. When it comes to Tundras, we've got you covered. SR5, off-road, 1794, limited, and platinum. And right now, you get interest rates as low as 1.99 on all Tundra models. We have a variety of Tacomas to choose from, but right now, you can lease a new 24 SR5 Tacoma for $279 a month.
Fat Chad's Brewing is Titusville's premier dining destination, offering fine dining served with a cold beverage and great conversations. Try our new menu items, the T-bone steak, homemade meatloaf dinner, or soft shell crab tacos. Our pasta entries and sandwiches are just as popular. Try the new lobster ravioli, shrimp and scallop pasta, or our popular Asiago chicken. Don't forget about our famous burgers or fish sandwich, all served with fresh cut fries. Come in Saturday nights for Wild Game Saturdays. For good food and good times, it's Fat Chad's Brewing in Titusville.
J. Gill Plumbing and Heating takes pride in being the premier heating and air conditioning service provider in the area. With over 30 years of experience, our highly skilled and certified technicians will work closely with you to address your heating and air conditioning repair, installation, or maintenance needs. Our team is dedicated to making your home the ultimate place of comfort. Call today to get a free estimate. We also offer financing options and membership opportunities that provide peace of mind and cost savings. Call J. Gill Plumbing and Heating today or visit them online 24/7 at jgillplumbingheating.com. Franklin Oil Region Credit Union is now New Directions Community Credit Union. In addition to the name change, we are also excited to announce the opening of our new state-of-the-art facility in Franklin on September 10th. We have been serving Venango County for 50 years, and we look forward to seeing you at our new location opening soon at 777 Allegheny Boulevard in Franklin. We are New Directions Community Credit Union.
Okay, as we are transitioning into through our halftime show, you'll see the McLean band's out on the field here. I'm going to take this opportunity just to read some scores that are happening throughout District 10. We don't have the advantage like we did last week of playing on Saturday, so I don't know all the scores, but I do know some. Farrell's up on Mercer that we played. We as in Franklin, week 1. That's a score. Farrell 39, Mercer 0. Just a minute into the second half, based off of what I can see here. Greenville up on Cockerton, 48-0. Probably the game of the week in District 10. At least my personal opinion is going to be Sharon and Hickory. And as of 15 minutes ago at the half, Sharon was up on Hickory 13-7. Those are two of the better teams in the district at any level. So I'm sure that is a great game. Lakeview 20, Maplewood 13. Let's see what else I can find here. I've got Corey 33, Girard 0. I've got Northwestern 7, Eisenhower 7. Eisenhower the other nights of the District 10. We'll be playing them towards the end of the season there. So kind of another good opportunity for the Knights maybe to play a game that we can compete against. Sharpsville 20, Reynolds 12. That was as of a little bit ago, so I have a feeling that's an updated score. If there's any scores out there that I have not mentioned that you know of, let us know. We want to keep up just as much as anybody else here. So, and then as for our score, if you're just tuning in, we've got the Lancers 41, the Franklin Knights 0. Unfortunately, this is just really a tale of a team that's probably going to compete for a district championship and beyond, and a team that's just not. And there's a lot of good things that Franklin can pull from, but the reality of it is those aren't going to cover up the fact the Knights are down 41-0. The Lancers are a good team. They have tons of weapons on offense. The Zeitz twins, the quarterback, the receiver are as good as we've seen, so far this season as far as athletes. Jared Corwin is a big man. I can't remember what school he's committed to, I heard some rumblings in last week when I was up in the press box that he's looking for maybe a commitment from one of the military academies, so and to play football. So big kid, athletic kid. They got a lot of big guys up front too. They're a fast team. They run a pretty complicated offense as far as the high school level goes. So you hate to say it, you don't want to continue to make excuses or beat a dead drum here, but the Knights are just outclassed today. They really are. It's just the way it is. Lancers have a good team, and traveling up here is never really fun. So, again, if you've got some other halftime scores that I might have missed that you might have known, let me know. Comment. Let Ryan know in the comments. Let us know, and we'll go from there. I'm going to turn it over, let you listen to the McLane Band here for a few minutes. We still have 8 minutes left in our halftime show per the scoreboard. So we'll let you listen to them, and then we'll be back here shortly. Okay, so gave you a little taste of the McLane Band there. It's a football game, and they made us forget for a few minutes. I felt like I was at a ballet.
Yeah. I would say the score for the Knights and the Lancers football game is 41-0. I think our band just tied it up.
They did, yeah. We're heading back into the third quarter tied up.
And McLane didn't score. They didn't score a darn thing with that halftime show.
No. And, Michelle, I'm looking at your comment. I don't have an Oil City Meadville score. I'd like to find one. And then the one I forgot, didn't have, was our parent company out of Titusville, Stream TV. They're doing the live Titusville game. They're playing Conneaut. Titusville's up 33-12. I don't know if anybody saw last week, but Titusville really put it to Grove City. Titusville's usually the team that Franklin looks at on the schedule as, maybe not we're going to win this game, but, this is a game that we can compete. I don't know if they would have played this year. They don't, if you didn't know. I don't know if they would have played this year that it would have been one of those games. Titusville's good this year. They have a very good team. I don't know if they've lost yet. If they have, it's only been one game, and they're on their way to another win tonight. So good for them.
Mr. Colville is a really, really good running back.
He is.
And he's tough, and his neck is like he's built like a man.
And men are good when you're playing high school sports.
Yes.
About as easily as I can say that.
Oh, and he's fast. I mean, he's not just got muscles bulging everywhere. He's a very lean, muscular kid. Very good, just a great running back, high school running back. He's really good.
Another score here. Fairview leads Harbor Creek 16-14 in the fourth.
Ooh.
Seneca, Mercyhurst Prep. Seneca 21, Mercyhurst Prep 20. Let's see. I don't see. Nobody seems to have the Will City and Meadville score. It's out there somewhere, but I have not found it. But all that to say, our score is 41-0.
Yep. So during the break, I was, running to the restroom, and of course you see people and you chat, and just saw some familiar faces and had to do a little talking, and it's interesting to see what a big school like this puts out as a football team.
Yep.
And both a few of the guys I talked to, both of them have some vested interest in this game, and they said they were kind of surprised, just like I was. In the first half, the Lancers made a few more mistakes, penalties than what if I were the coaching staff, that's one thing I'm at halftime making sure they're all aware that, you're going to be doing some running and there's consequences coming to that team for Okay. Ian Harper says 35 and Christian Marshall saying 35-0. Meadville's up.
Okay.
35-0 on Oil City.
I was going to let you finish, but the last that I had found, it was 21-0 Meadville but that was quite a bit ago. So that makes sense. I mean, that makes sense to me. Meadville's a good team. Unfortunately, if you're the Knights, you have Meadville in a few weeks. We do have Oil City too, and they're down a little bit compared to where they've been.
Yep.
But we still have Meadville. We still have Erie on our schedule. A couple tough games.
Erie's a tough one because that's I believe they're 6A.
They are, and with the 6 classifications and just the way that everything lines up this year. So if you don't know, Franklin was 3A. Now they're 4A. And the 4A teams are in District 10 this year. They're Franklin, Oil City, McLean, and Warren. There's one more. There's 5. So more than likely 4 are going to make the playoffs. Believe it or not, right now Franklin's the 4 seed because they beat Warren. But I say all that to say there's only, if I am correct, one 5A team, and that's Cathedral Prep. And then there's 2 6A teams, and that is McDowell and Erie. So in order for those 2 teams to have a district schedule, they need to play the next teams down. And since there's only one 5A team, that brings up the 4A teams, and that ends up being the Knights. So the way that gets configured is that the Knights have to play one 6A team. Could have been Erie, could have been Cathedral Prep, which is 5A, but they play up for the district schedule, or McDowell, one of those 3 teams. Every team has one, and we got Erie. So we'll see them in a few weeks. It's going to be a rough one, but that's just unfortunately the way it is. This is not a big area, Northwest Pennsylvania, so there's not a lot of big teams, and so they deserve a region schedule as much as anyone. So batter up, and it's going to be us.
Yeah, no, and the thing is just the only concern you have in football
player
is
safety.
Player safety.
Yep.
That's all your concern is.
Yep.
In basketball, you don't really have as much safety issues. In baseball, you don't really have the safety concerns. You want to play better to make yourself better. So,
but you can play a team like that, and it's hard to consider it this year or in years past because of Franklin's success in basketball. But You can play a team that you're just completely outmatched, and well, we might lose, but then we're back to practice the next day.
Mm-hmm.
When you're playing football, like you just said, you're going in there and you're just hoping and you're praying that those guys come out healthy.
Yeah.
Not because the other team's doing anything dirty. They're just – I wouldn't be surprised to see 60, 70, 80 kids on that Erie High team.
Yeah.
And there's going to be a lot of probably Division I and II athletes, and just, that's the way it is, and that's the way it is. We also have teams like Mercer and Eisenhower on our schedule this year, and no disrespect to those two teams, but those are small schools. So it all evens out.
Do we play Northeast?
We might. Actually.
It is. It's at home. Coach Porter's telling me that
right
we
here.
do. So we play Northeast, and I believe Northeast is another team that is
Northeast, Eisenhower, Oil City, Lakeview are all competitive games.
Yeah, absolutely.
Erie, Meadville would be tough, but they're big schools, and that's not making excuses or saying that we stink. That's just we're not a big school, and we're playing very big schools. That's how it is.
The thing is that for those of you listening at home, Nick gets this because he understands, but don't forget, whenever you consider the size of Franklin, you also have taken the size of Rocky Grove because we do have that co-op with them.
And that's why we're playing 4A.
Yeah.
Because in football, we really are a 3A school, but we've added the Rocky Grove. And honestly, normally we don't get many kids from Rocky Grove, but this year we do have a couple. I know Julian Johnson plays. I know that
we had a quarterback named Porter Rembold
that
played.
Yeah, we did. He did very well. We were very thankful that he played in that Rocky Grove co-op. But some years we don't get a lot of their kids, and this year we've got a couple. Richie's another Grover. It's good. It's good that those kids get an opportunity. It just sometimes they pump us up a classification, and here we are.
Well, truthfully, though, it's better than somebody like AC Valley playing Meadville or Erie. So
no doubt about it.
You just have to go up there and do your best. So
here we go.
All right, so it is officially 41-0. And
running clock, if you're unaware, I think it's 35. Anything after 35 in the second half, the clock runs on anything except injuries or team timeouts.
Yep.
So we will we'll be moving quickly. I'm not saying that's good or bad. That's just where we're at.
And this brings up the part that you all want to hear in the third quarter. It's Ask Nick and Ryan. So, folks, if you're following us on Facebook watching live, you can ask a question to Nick or Ryan, or as a lot of my fans, mostly Tracy Cockler, have my cell phone number. Tracy, I'm sure you're listening. You can always ask for my expert opinion on anything in life.
Yep. Who was the other one last week?
You can just text me.
Doug Guth.
Doug Guth, of course.
I hope Doug's listening. I hope we hear from Doug.
Sensei Doug. That's what my oldest refers to him as Sensei Doug.
That's a great way to describe him.
Yes, he is the sensei. Okay, so the Knights brought up the ball pretty good this time. We're out to the 30-yard line, so we're going to give it 1st and 10. And we'll just see how the Knights react to this, because I'm sure you're not going to see every starter for
I was just going to say, too, the Knights just took off Johnson. They took off so we've got the Franklin coaches right next to us, and they said we're going to see a lot of JVs. And I was going to say because 4 of the starters went off after the kickoff. So JVs for both teams rest of the way.
That's okay.
Absolutely.
Oh, there's Luke with the Marsteller with the carry.
The one thing I will say about McLean, last week they played Oil City. They're up 35-0 at halftime. And, in high school football, 35 is not a lot. It's not a huge lead. They didn't put their starters in the entire second half, only up 35-0. This coach seems to be somebody that doesn't really seem to think that it benefits them to play deep into the game.
Yep.
So their starters
still at quarterback. We'll see if there's any changes there. Marsteller takes his ball up the middle, and
when you start to bring backups in, you have to be careful. A lot of times you have to leave some of those guys in, especially the senior leaders. A guy like Carey. Because the reality is these younger guys are coming out. They might line up wrong. They might, it might be a pro right, trips right, whatever. And they go to the left, and, you need that quarterback in there to kind of say, hey, other side, we're seeing guys flying in and out, don't really know what's happening. So guys like Carey, maybe a few of the linemen are definitely good to keep in.
Yeah, absolutely. And the Knights still, even with our JV in there, we do have a good-sized line.
Yeah.
Good for the future for the Knights is bright. I don't care what the records show. They're doing a lot of good things, and that'll pay off later on. So Ian Harper has a question. What are your fantasy football punishments, and what's the crazy punishment you've heard? Well, Nick, for the 2 leagues that I'm in, we don't have any punishments.
Same. I don't, I always think, those some are so funny. I love them. I've seen so many awesome ones.
Yeah.
I think that stuff is hilarious. I don't have, none of the leagues I'm in have one. I'm in 5, and they don't.
Oh, my word,
yeah.
Nick.
Yeah, it's, people ask, and I just can't say no.
Nick, do you have a problem?
I do. I just love football.
There's nothing wrong with that, buddy.
Yeah.
Okay, now, so I will add this. I think the funniest punishment I've heard of, well, actually I saw, was on a Facebook page, and there's a big bunch of guys golfing, and this one guy had to golf in a mini skirt.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
I've seen the one. I don't know if you've seen the Waffle House one. That's one of my favorite ones.
Oh, no.
So they're open. Yeah, they're open 24/7. So you go in there for 24 hours. For every waffle that you eat, it knocks off an hour. And you stay there until either the 24 hours or your combination of time spent and waffles eaten.
Wow.
So that could be, 8 hours if you can eat 16 waffles. Could be 20 hours if you can only eat 4.
Oh, no, Lancers take the ball, and they're going to go.
Flag all the way back at the line.
All the way back there. And the Lancers are going to get a touchdown here, but we just got to hold on just a minute, folks.
Wow, and as I'm saying this, I didn't even see the comments, but Christian Marshall is describing exactly what I'm talking about. I didn't even notice that. So,
wow. Now listen, I would say I would definitely do that.
Yeah.
And
you think like right off the bat, like, oh man, I could eat 20 of those waffles. They're big. I mean, and they're filling. You eat like, they're so good. Don't get me wrong, but you eat 4 or 5 of those, and you're like, okay, my stomach's gonna explode, and I can't leave. So I'm stuck here.
And you're hitting the bathroom.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oof.
So I've seen other ones. That's one of my favorites. I think that's awesome.
Well, let me tell you, a classmate of mine is now officially watching, Dawn Stillwagon. And Wagon, if you're listening, bud, if you read Marshall's post or Nick, what he talked about eating the waffles, I've been a part of Big Wagon going to the old Quaker Steak and Lube for some all-you-can-eat wings. And Wagon, if you can comment, I believe you ate 87, if my memory serves me. It was somewhere in there. So
yeah, I had a friend in high school who ate in the 90s.
Oh, wow.
Won't say his name,
no,
but we call him the Wing King, and he's earned it.
Sounds like it.
He's earned it. Jason Grill says he's seen where they've had to take the ACT until they get a certain score. That's a great one.
Listen.
Some guys could be buried in that forever.
I was going to say, I might be there for a while. Okay, so another penalty on, well, yeah, it's motion on the Lancers. So they got to really Chris Marshall says the Waffle House restrooms are no place to be.
No, not at the end of the football season, that's for sure.
All right, so that running clock is not running.
They missed the officials waving the finger, waving it. There we go. Keep it going, boys.
So we're at 8:30 in the third quarter. But if you notice, all the Lancers are looking. Even the linemen have their wristbands on, so they're calling the plays. So it's definitely a different kind of high school. Wow, that was cool.
That was awesome.
That was cool. That was a very well orchestrated run play.
I saw that same article I referenced that the coach kind of talked about some of the complexities of their offense. He said they have like a period right after the season ends. They call it routes. And literally all it is they get together and they just work on like running dry routes and like all those motions and stuff. And like that's it. There's no lineman involved. It's just all those guys. And so it doesn't surprise me that they're, that in sync.
Look at this. You got some guys pulling and.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing is, and this isn't a slight on Franklin, we just haven't had the football program that maybe we even had years and years ago, numbers-wise. But, we're looking at McLean's JV right now, and they've got athletes in the backfield. They've got some linemen that are moving people and athletic. They've got skill guys on the outside. I was telling Ryan I was setting up. I get here at like 4:30 to set up, and they have a quarterback in each grade, 8th, 9th, 10th. I guess not 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th, and every single one of those kids could throw the ball. There's 4 of them, and they could all throw.
Yeah.
So that's a sign of a healthy and a strong program.
Yes, it is. Nice little swing pass out there. A flag on the play. Goes out to the 10, out to the 5, and touchdown for now.
He's in.
Yep. So you have something like this, and it's good to have a game for the JV because if memory serves me, I don't think I thought that
they just had one over the weekend. They played Oil City, the paper said over the weekend.
Oh, really? Okay.
I could be wrong, but I'm almost positive. No? I thought I saw something in the paper that said they junior high. My fault. I thought it said JV. Well, either way, the junior high lost in a decent game. They looked like they played pretty well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I haven't. You're right. I thought JV hadn't played yet, and then I saw that score and I misread it. So yeah, this is good for them because a lot of these kids who probably need the time to get better. That's one of the problems when you have a program on the up is that a lot of these younger kids don't get a lot of time. Because there's no JV game. You don't have enough guys to play JV, or the teams you're playing don't have enough guys. So this is good. This is good for the Knights.
Yeah, and that is one of the benefits of playing a bigger, a school that has a really big program.
Yep.
Nice kick.
It was.
So that's going to bring it up to 47?
48 maybe.
48, yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking and losing track of the score here.
Yep, 48-0. The Lancers are up. And is that clock still?
No, it'll stop on change of possessions here.
Wasn't sure.
Change of possessions like this, injuries, I think penalties, and official timeouts are the only thing that stop the clock.
Okay, so basically if you have an incomplete pass, it's still rolling.
Yep, step out of bounds, still rolling.
Yep. Good. Big Wagon did say that heartburn would stop him now at 12 wings because he's getting old. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. And actually, Nick and I were talking off air that there's a school close to us, Montauk High School.
Yeah.
They actually canceled their varsity game tonight because of number issues. They don't have a lot of kids on the team, and then they've just had injuries after injuries after injuries. And, it was a tough decision, but it was one that needed made.
Yeah. And they're playing a Clarion team who has combined in the last couple of years, and they are very skilled. So
they are very good.
It's probably good for both teams.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, the best man at my wedding is a teacher over at Montauk, and they canceled it early. I mean, they knew at the end of last week they weren't going to be able to play this game. And he said that the Clarion community was not very pleased. They thought it was just a way to get out of having to play them. And even if it was, I can understand. So yeah, there's teams out there, not to get political as far as high school sports goes, but when they went from 4 to 6 classifications, they really have spread out the teams, and so there's a lot of smaller teams, but anyhow, a lot of these teams that should be playing each other aren't because they're not in the same classification, and there's just a lot of teams in Northwest Pennsylvania that just don't have the numbers.
Yeah.
I know there's some schools in like Wisconsin and some of these northern states, Montana, Dakota, things like that are starting to transition to 7-on-7 tackle football.
Is that right?
I wouldn't be surprised someday to see Pennsylvania start to go there. I'm not saying Franklin will do that, but it'll give small schools like Montauk a chance to continue to play.
Nice run by Luke Marsteller.
Nice job. Still going.
That's tough. That's a good first down by Luke Marsteller, the freshman. Just bulldozing over some guys. And listen, Luke's he's not the most intimidating size-wise.
No.
But his heart is tough. There's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Dragging guys.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah, good job, Luke. He's a tough kid. Actually, his dad was one that I saw on my trip to and from the restroom. So it's always fun talking to Dan. He's a old Franklin Knight himself.
Another run.
Another run. Just getting back up the line of scrimmage is good.
Clock running halfway through the third. 6 minutes left.
It's funny. They were talking about some of my classmates on here, Don Stillwagon and Chris Marshall. we had a 30th class reunion, and so
Nice.
a few of us met on Friday, and down at Benjamin's, nice little place in Franklin, and so you could sit there and listen, and you can hear the band over at Trails too.
Sure.
And we were sitting there, and we were talking for a while, and the table needed cleared off.
Sure.
There was quite a few
course.
items on the table.
Yeah, absolutely.
And some of the guys struggled to keep up with some of the other guys. Yeah, we'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense. My grandpa, it's funny. My grandpa, he comes over quite often, helps me where I'm remodeling the bathroom. And anyhow, he said, "Did you get the paper?" I said, "No, I don't get the paper." He said, "Oh, I made the front page." And I said, "Okay, well." He's been complaining for about 2 years now about the speed of the traffic on his street. And, we don't want to turn this political, but he was very pleased. Christian Marshall reached out to him and asked if he thought the problem was resolved, and that gave Grandpa an opportunity to tell him he didn't think it was. So he told me Christian is on it. Fumble.
There you go, Luke. Just jump on that ball.
Yep, good decision.
Yep. Smart play. So that's going to bring up 4 minutes and 30 seconds. It's going to bring up a 4th down for the Knights. They're probably going to kick this here. So, yeah, it was an enjoyable night, and it's always good to see classmates that you don't see as often, and
yeah,
it was a lot of fun.
You graduated with my aunt, and so not to age all of you that are listening with Ryan here, but you guys graduated the year I was born.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, sorry to do that. Sorry.
Oh, ouch.
Yep.
Oh, man. Oh, nice kick.
Very good.
Very good. Oh, and it's taking a great Connor bounce.
I was wondering because he's been kicking it to be his left all game, and McLean actually even set up like they almost had that scouting report, and I've been waiting to see him come to the right side of the field or the bottom of the screen if you're watching, and he finally has. That was a great kick.
And just want to shout there on that play. Kudos to Jeremy Cunningham. Senior captain is done playing for the night, but he's on special teams. He's out there first man down to touch the ball.
Yep, and that's
hustle.
Yeah,
that's
it
heart
is.
And hustle all the way.
Yep, and it also shows those young kids that you care enough, for them. They're out there, but you still are invested.
100%.
Shows some pride in yourself and in your team. It's good to see. Very good.
Absolutely. So, a big hole up the middle.
Sure is.
Oh,
good fill.
nice.
Good
nice.
fill.
Who was that?
55 maybe?
Oh, that's Robbie Lewis.
Nice play, Robbie. Very nice play.
Yeah. Yep, good play. Again, a bright future for the Knights if you're watching. On the offensive line, I believe Kaselka is a sophomore. Riddle is a junior. Junior is a sophomore. I mean, there's some –
Next year, it'll be nice to say junior is a junior.
Junior's a junior? Yeah, right.
We're not there yet, though.
And there's some rumors floating around, Nick, that there's another Weimer that's coming up through the ranks that will be cleared to play football next year.
That would be great. If it's the one I'm thinking of, he's probably the biggest Weimer.
He is the biggest Weimer, and he is actually cleared to play next year. And he said he's gonna give it a shot next year. So
yeah,
hopefully we'll see how that turns out for him.
Just a good run.
Oh wow, there he goes to the outside.
Luke,
come on, Luke, get there, buddy.
That wasn't Luke. That's 34.
Oh, that's there.
That's
okay.
Platt.
Okay.
They still made a good hustle.
Yeah.
Running down the field. So,
yep.
But I'm just now seeing Christian Marshall's comment says. Your grandfather belongs on the Mount Rushmore of distinguished gentlemen, Nick Billingsley. I would agree. I'm biased, though, but I certainly wouldn't be anywhere that I am without my grandpa. So I appreciate that, and I sure can say that although he would be embarrassed that we're even talking about it, I know he appreciates that as well.
I think I feel comfortable saying that I don't think that Grandpa's listening.
Probably not. He listened some last year.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he did just because.
Who helped him? Or he'll tune it in himself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think my aunt came home one weekend and showed him what we do, and
good for him.
He knows you and Chad from going to school with my aunt, and then obviously knows me, and he thought we were funny. So, but yeah, thank you very much. I certainly agree with you, Christian. My grandpa's a great man, and I think he's a great asset to the community. So
100%.
You helping him get that traffic under control that's awesome.
Oh, yeah. So that brings a score 55-0. The General McLane Lancers over the Knights. Somebody down here is doing some little the flips and stuff.
Yeah.
We got a gymnast down here. I'm like, wow.
I don't know why this just made me think of it, but our band every week does or I guess every time they perform does those splits, things like that. You don't see that from other bands, and it was neat. The entire McLean student section was kind of sitting and watching, and they did that, and they all stood up and stood for the remainder of their performance and really cheered them on. It was good to see. I'm not just saying that because we're down 55-0 and trying to find things to talk about. It was just neat to see the other team's students really, showing their appreciation.
Yeah. No, it's cool to see it. And listen, I saw a post on Facebook about, football games and bands and stuff, but the band and football go hand in hand.
Yes, absolutely.
I don't care who you are. If you have pick it up, Jaden. There's Wilmuth picking up the ball, making a little something happen there to the 25, almost to the 30. So good job, Jaden.
Yep.
But, they talk about how, ban this or ban that. Well, if there was no football game, there would not be a reason for the band to play every Friday night.
Sure.
And if there was no band, the football games would be pretty boring.
Yeah, I don't know.
You got to have both.
And I get why they do it. I certainly not. I don't want to be misunderstood here. But like the band doesn't play in the third quarter. Mr. Johnson kind of gives them a chance to go to the bathroom, do their thing. It's like noticeably quieter, especially at home games when they're not playing in that third quarter.
Yep.
The atmosphere is just different. So, yeah, I agree with you. We're biased because we have a great band and always have had a great band. But,
sure.
Don't forget, these kids go to school together and they spend all day together. And they're one community and they certainly act like it. I know sometimes the parents get involved and try to tell you which entity is maybe better than the other. It's frustrating when the football team's not good and you see a lot of people come for the band. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. Football team needs to do a better job if they want more people to stay. But it's just a shame that they kind of get put against each other because they're both both awesome.
And that's mostly adults arguing.
That's 100. It's all adults. Kids don't care.
Yeah.
I had some of my best friends were in the band.
Yeah.
Some of my sister's greatest memories were in the band themselves. It's not the kids. It's unfortunately a lot of times the adults.
Yeah. Funny story that, well, not funny story. One of my best memories is 2 years ago when Maddie had senior night, and he was the only one who was a senior for the band and the football team. And I was just really proud of him for serving both.
Yeah.
He has a passion to play the saxophone. He's back playing it again.
In college or just in free time?
In free time.
Good for him.
Yep. And, he's been playing the guitar a lot as well. So
Good.
Yeah, he's very musically inclined.
Got that from you? Sam and Jack got their football traits from Amy.
Yes.
So
yes.
Makes sense to me.
Yep. So, the only thing the kids got from me, I would say, is probably the size, the height. And we're thankful that all the kids' brains come from Amy because they don't want mine.
Every parent serves a role.
That's right. Oh, Jim Caffrey's watching. Hello, Jimbo.
Mr. Jim.
I was just talking to him the other day, and he said he got back from a wedding, and the game was on, and he turned it on, and all of a sudden he hears people yell, Jim Caffrey. He's like, what in the world?
I love it.
Yes, sir.
I love Jim. He's a great guy.
Good dude.
Yes, he is.
Yep. And if you see him down at the Y, I think he just enjoys people as well.
Yeah.
And just a good person
a guy you leave that conversation feeling better about.
Yep. So it is officially the end of the third quarter, but we are going to extend the Ask Ryan and Nick conversation because just because the clock is constantly running doesn't mean that we have to constantly stop.
Right.
We go with the clock here.
We do.
Yeah. All right. So these younger guys out there, they're fighting for every little bit, and kudos to the Knights and the coaching staff. They're down there coaching just as hard as they did in the first part.
Yep. Still an opportunity. There's not many Knights on this roster. So I'm confident that all that are able to play today probably are getting in or have already gotten in.
Yeah.
But still a good opportunity for some of these kids that are freshmen, sophomores, or maybe even some juniors and seniors that just don't get on the field a lot. And an opportunity for them to get better, get experience. You can practice all you want. I believe practice is more important than the games, but there's still something that a game adds that a practice never can.
Absolutely. So Jason Carey still out as the quarterback. Nice pitch. Luke Marsteller. Ooh, nice hard run. Tough yard, but he's getting it. And I did notice that Kaselka's out there, so you have a good connection with your
center,
quarterback. Yeah, it's important.
You have to. It's like, in basketball, you leave the point guard out there a lot in these types of situations, not so that he can score every time, but you say, hey, help these other kids, maybe these younger kids, get them involved.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. It doesn't benefit anybody if you can't get the snap or if there's not the quarterback who knows the formations. So.
Yep. And it's also good to have a little bit of starting, so you can make a little bit of a hold or a hole up the middle for your running back.
Yeah.
Or keep good protection for your quarterback and whatnot. So it's important to have that.
Yeah. Luke plays football very similar to the way he plays basketball, and it's like you just never know what is going to happen when he's around, but you know that he's going to end up with the ball.
Yep.
That you don't know what that means, but he's going to have it. He's going to get every rebound. He's going to get every fumble. He's going to probably knock a kid over on accident, but
that's right.
He's fun to watch. Luke is a great kid.
Honestly, it's a little bit like Minster-ish.
I was actually going to just thinking, just imagine when they're seniors and junior instead of sophomore, freshman. It's going to be not a delayed game. Must have been illegal.
I think there's a formation issue.
Yeah.
He's counting. And
refs look at number 17. It's like, dang it, nobody told me.
Oh, man. I'm running off the field, and I didn't even do anything.
The worst thing you can do when you run off the field is put your hands in the air. If you're petty and you have a good friend, point at him, but don't put your hands in the air because it just makes it look like it's your fault.
Nick, we have a couple questions here for you.
Oh, this is great.
So one is from the cameraman, Will Haynes. As a former QB and offensive guru, what changes and adjustments would you make to the current team? Well, let me just step in here and say that we don't want to make too many critical comments about making changes to anything.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. No, definitely not.
Here's the obvious change. The change that has to happen is internally at the school. They just need more participation.
Yeah.
You need more kids.
It's that simple.
Yep.
I talked to a couple people, officials and different people, chain gangs that are on the sideline of Franklin during the games, and I had heard multiple times that they have a very disciplined sideline. They are constantly coaching. That's us.
Yes.
Knights ball, I believe.
All right. It looked like I could not see. I don't know if we have replay for that to see.
No, we don't.
Dang
I apologize. It looks like maybe 8. Is there an 18? I know Caden's 19. Is there an 18?
There is. That's Connor Ritchie.
Definitely wasn't him. not any other reason than I know what he was.
Yeah.
Maybe 10. Is there a 10? Ryder Green?
All right.
It might be a Ryder Green. I think it might have been a Ryder Green.
Good.
But just really quick to finish that thought, I guess this does fall on the coaches, and I don't mean it as a negative whatsoever. But like you said, Ryan, you've got to get more kids playing.
Yep.
We have lost this, numbers as far as the size of our school. But schools like Oil City, schools like Titusville, schools like McLean are not much bigger than us, if they even are. And all of those teams, Slippery Rock, same way. They've all had significantly more people on their roster than us.
Yep.
I've had the opportunity to coach elementary, junior high basketball for the last 5 or 6 years. And, at that level, all you're trying to do is find the athletes. You're not trying to go out and recruit the best basketball players. You're just looking at kids and saying, you're a good athlete. Come,
Yep.
play sports.
Yep.
And most of those kids that we have worked with don't play football. You need somebody. Coach Graham has done a nice job getting them started. You need somebody in the middle who says, hey, we need you to keep playing.
Yep.
you need somebody in the halls of the school saying, why aren't you playing? Why aren't you playing?
Yep.
So that's the only thing. And I'm not saying that they're doing anything wrong there.
Nice, Luke.
Nothing will change until that changes, I guess is what it comes down to.
Yeah. And it's a culture adjustment.
I had tons of friends that said, well, if they were a better team, I'd want to play. And I get that. And I'd say, well, if you'd play, they might be a better team.
Right.
You know, and that's really what it's the same story every year. If you're not willing to try it out and play, it's not for everybody. I get it, but football is there's a lot of benefits to it, and it'd be nice to see some more participation.
On the field closest to us, I haven't seen him out there much this year, so I want to give a shout out to Owen Beach out there on the field, number 17. Nice young receiver out there, sophomore. So one thing, Nick, I wanted to ask you is oh, jeez. Wagon, stop it. One thing from, I believe it was Ian Harper, want to know when we're going to introduce Nick to the Gobbleritos.
I saw that, and I was just waiting to hope that you did.
Do you know what a Gobblerito is?
You know, I didn't even know how to say it, so I was really hoping you would see it so I didn't have to butcher it. So, no.
Yeah, okay. Oh, tough run there for Luke. It's a little bit of heaven that came down. that
I'm already
involves,
in.
Yes, it is a burrito that is heavily influenced by Thanksgiving because of what's in it. It's all your good Thanksgiving stuff in there, and it's in a burrito, and the whole thing's covered in gravy, and you wear stretchy pants.
Well, you have to.
Yeah, right.
Or no pants. I mean, depends where you are.
Listen,
I don't know.
Yeah, listen. If you want to have one of those, Nick, I know a crew that will introduce you to the Gobbleritos. They are yummy. Okay, so a pitch to the right. Out there scrambling and hustling is 73. Is that still Jeremy Cunningham out there?
You got to say that, yeah.
Wow. I'll tell you what, he has a motor that just keeps going.
He does.
And going.
Another similar situation to, carry on the offense. He looks to me like he's in the middle of the field right now, probably the signal caller maybe, but he's out there keeping the other guys lined up, getting them where they need to be. Look at this formation.
Yeah, we're kind of missing a couple guys.
Yeah. Like I said earlier, we're beside the coaches, now one coach for Franklin, and he pointed out to us, the Knights have 9 guys out there.
Yeah, we might need a few more there, Huff.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we still have 9. Nobody's noticed.
Yep.
You know, the crazy thing is they're not moving the ball like, there's no gaping like holes or wide open guys. So
I'll tell you what.
We might be on to something.
Another 77. Is it Mikhail Winters?
Mikhail.
I'm not sure.
Mr. Winters, we noticed you.
He's out there playing. I mean, he was hustling out there, so it's good to see him out there. He's a young one. He's a freshman.
Maybe this is just like we only have so many guys, and we're just gonna.
Oh
wow.
Man, that's Anthony, isn't it?
Sure
yeah, Anthony
is.
Martin, a very athletic Anthony Martin, number 67. It's a DN and a tackle. I wouldn't be surprised before he graduates.
Yep, I know what you're saying.
He's going to be a different position.
Yeah, he'll be a tight end.
Yep.
He can play. I coached him in basketball for several years.
He moves well for a big boy.
Oh, yeah, athletic, great young man.
Got big hands.
Yeah, he almost had that. So
yeah, so good job out there. Direct snap. Oh, there's that little shuttle. Oh, boy.
Man.
Hey, now, is that Luke?
34. I think that's Platt.
Oh, that's 34.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes their numbers get rolled up under their back straps.
That's Eddie Platt.
Yeah, and it's hard to see.
That's a great play. That's an open field tackle. If he doesn't make that tackle, peace out. He in the end zone.
I have good news. We have 10 on the field.
All right, we're getting there. Nick, listen, I'll hold your headset.
Hey, I got a red shirt on. That's the problem.
Oh, dang it.
Yeah.
If you had white, you'd be in. All right, so 1st and 10. Handoff, nope. Screen, wide receiver screen. Oh,
nice
you're not going to get out and kill her.
I'm sure they're just running plays, but they're bringing 2 in. Let's see if they take 2 off or 1.
Nah.
Maybe none.
If
Leave
we've
them in.
played so many with shorthanded, you're allowed to have a couple extra on this play.
Yep, look,
I
we're
think
taking,
so.
we're taking 2 off. Oh, that's amazing.
Coach Porter's remote's up here going, "Jeez, oh man." Listen, it's all in fun. There's nothing you can do.
Yeah, they finally called a timeout. I think they might have. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So
yeah,
timeout.
Still 10. I've counted it several times. There's only 10 out there, and I have not seen anyone looks like they're coming in.
Yeah.
Hey.
So thank you, everyone, for some of these questions. Question. There was another one here about my Cowboys from Marshall. For the Ask Ryan Anything. If Cowboys ever won a playoff game, who would they beat? Well, I'm going to say they're not going to beat anybody in a NFC championship game.
Yeah, it won't be the AFC because they won't make it that far. So.
No, well, hey, you never know, son. We might make it to the the Super Bowl.
The Giants look pretty terrible. I know they're a division team. Maybe they'll get lucky and play them.
Maybe the Eagles.
Yeah.
The Eagles look like they're decent this year. They got Saquon, and it's a divisional game. So maybe if the Eagles actually, want either us or them win the division, the other one's the wild card. Maybe we upset them. Who knows? Wow, number 17 on the move. That is Jacob Roth. Wow.
Just real quick, somebody had a question. What game would be senior night? I don't know if you know for sure, Ryan. I pulled the schedule up. The last home game is Oil City. I know in years past, if the last game of the season was a home game, they would often move senior night up because the last games have been getting canceled. But for us, it is Week 9, Oil City, and I just would be shocked if that game gets canceled. Well, it wouldn't because it's a region game. So I'm going with Oil City for Dallas Ross. I don't know that for sure. But that's what I would guess at this point.
Oh, D. Ross is on there. I saw his mom on there earlier. D. Ross. Now, that kid, he was a fun kid to coach.
Yeah, we could use him out there.
Well, you're
Said he misses it. We miss him.
Yep. And it's good.
62.
That's a 62-0.
Taking me to the Gobberito. That's
yes. So Big Wagon or Dawn. I always call him Big Wagon. I went to elementary school with him, so I mean it's Dawn Stillwagon, which is Big Wagon.
You have that right.
Big Wagon, Ian Harper. Okay. Oh, I just got a text message from Ian. It's that time of year. Everyone start looking at your calendar so we can plan a Gobblerita tonight. When that night is planned, Nick Billingsley will be included in my invite.
Honor.
Yes.
Be an honor.
It's again.
Oh man, the nights when we lined up on the wrong side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, we got 11 out there.
We got 11 now. All right.
We got 11. We ran that whole last series with 9 for half and 10, and then we subbed 2 guys out and put 2 guys off the field still, and that's okay. Honestly, I'm not saying they've given up, but the coaches could have said, we only have 10 guys that aren't varsity players. We'll just put those ones in.
Yeah, and honestly, what it's out there to do now is just to get kids repetitions. It's nice to see someone out there with a nice solo tackle. There's stuff like that. That's what you want to see when you're building the program. Nice solo tackles. You don't want to see a big glob of guys like a big scrum. You're going to get guys hurt and stuff like that. Nice open field tackles. Just watch them cover somebody in coverage, game situation, balls in the air. Can you knock it down or can you come down with it?
Yeah, Coach Walters, I know. Oh, short kick here.
You better get on it. Oh, nice. Oh, hey now. Oh, well.
Oh, no, they picked him up.
No, don't. Okay.
Play nice.
Yeah, that's right.
I certainly don't think Coach Walters is listening. He might even be here. He's been to most of the games. Scott Walters. But anyhow, he would always tell us, he's helped us a lot in basketball. He always said practice is your preparation. It's your schoolwork. It's your homework. And the game's a test. And some guys fail the test. Some guys ace the test. But everybody has to take the test in order to see where you're at. So for a lot of these kids, it might look ugly. They might watch the film Monday and be like, boy, this is not good. But you have to see it. You have to get the kids out there, have them take the test and see, what needs to be worked on. You can do it in practice all the time.
Sure.
Kids in school can answer the problems with the teacher there, but then they get put on their own and can you do it, And so that's what this is about. It's really getting kids reps, seeing who can do what, seeing who has the confidence to do what. We've got 4 linemen. There he comes.
There we go.
Oh, boy.
Formation issue, but that's all right.
I don't even think that's okay.
Yeah.
We had one lineman. Yeah. It wasn't set, but that's okay. I think the ref probably understands.
Okay with that. I like that. And another thing, if you're listening.
We just brought an 11th guy in and 12th guy.
We can play with 12. Ah, come on.
I wasn't going to say it because I couldn't count it fast enough, but I'm pretty sure we had 10 on the last play, too, on offense.
Yeah, okay. Porter has all this down. He's agreeing and kind of shaking his head, but he's got a little bit. I can see he's kind of biting his teeth a little bit.
Yeah.
And if you remember when Porter played, he was a very intense player and very good ball player. But so his night pride goes deep.
Oof.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, but I mean, and you're getting kids out there that, honestly, at this point in the game, they might not even get reps in practice, really.
Yeah,
with the first team, they're getting
some live action.
They're getting scout team looks, and that's what you do as a freshman. You take your blows on the scout team. But for some of these guys, they were getting thrown in. They might not have run many offensive plays in practice because they're just, there's not the time for it. So this is good. The score is ugly. It might look like an ugly product, but these types of things are important. For both programs to get some guys reps. I mean, that's where we're at. Last play, I believe.
Should be the last play. There's 20 seconds left, and, they have to run a play in 8 seconds. So this will be the last play. Please don't take it. Yeah, there you go. All right.
Throw her deep,
Come on, chuck that ball. Yes, sir.
Oh, he's got to go.
Incomplete pass. So that's the game, folks. And
now it's incomplete, so they got to run another play.
No, I thought there was
running
stop,
clock.
Okay.
Right.
Hey.
Oh, that's my fault.
Now, listen, Nick, I want to, again, remind everyone, if you're at home watching, tomorrow is the Junior Knights game. They're hosting it in Franklin. First game's at 10:30. The Junior Knights start at noon. I'll be there doing the announcing. Young Jack, I think, is going to be up in the booth with me.
It's going to be a beautiful day.
Yeah, it's going to be a beautiful day. And then afterwards, you can cheer on those little guys. And I'm going to do my best to call out everyone's name and make sure that they all feel like they're a big part of the program.
If you're wondering, if you're out there thinking, well, I can't do anything. I don't play. I don't have any kids that play. I don't coach. What you can do is show up and watch those younger kids. Make them feel important, make that game feel important to them. Kids aren't going to play sports, and we can get into this another time. They're not going to play a sport that they don't think is exciting and fun. And if there's nobody at those games, it's not exciting and fun to them.
Right.
And so support them. Go show up, cheer them on, make them feel important. That's the only way that this is going to get turned around as far as a numbers thing. So I've said my piece.
Yeah, that's right. And also, even though we got beat tonight, what was it final? Anyway, 62-0.
Yep.
I'm not sure if somebody doesn't remind the kids of the score, come tomorrow, we're on to Northeast.
Yeah, and that's a winnable game.
And it doesn't matter if it was 48, 62, or 35. It was a dominant performance by the Lancers.
Yeah.
Tip your hat. What do we got to do to fix this?
Yep.
Move on. Time to go.
Yeah. Knights are 1-3, and they have 6 games left.
Yep.
2 of them are going to be tough. Erie and Meadville. There's just no other way around that. But you're looking at Northeast, Eisenhower, Oil City, Lakeview. 4 teams that we can compete. I'm not saying we're going to win, but we can compete.
You're right.
And if you pull 3 out of those 4 games, you're looking at 4-6. Is that what you want? No, but that's a lot better than where we have been in the past. 0-10, 1-9, 2-8, things like that. So you have to stay positive. We're going to stay positive. That's where our program is.
Yep, absolutely. So, and also, if you're out there watching and you have a business and you're interested in sponsorship on here, we have quite a few sponsors that we'd like to take a little moment and thank tonight. We have New Directions Community Credit Union, Franklin Precision Castings, Village Auto, Pollen Nation, King of Spades Landscaping, 814 Photography, Tom Myers, 94 graduate. Oh,
Hey.
Fat Chad's Tap and Steakhouse, great place to go. Education and Training Center at Pitt Titusville. J. Gill Plumbing and Heating. And listen, if you have some, you know what's coming up is going to be wintertime, and
Yep.
you're going to need that. You might need to get somebody to look at making sure you're.
I'm installing my furnace in our house a week from tomorrow. So.
Are you really?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I got a buddy that's an HVAC guy. I'm helping him.
Okay. I was going to say, wow.
He's doing the bulk of it. I won't claim to know what I'm doing. I'm a good flashlight holder. Anyhow.
You're handy, Nick. You're handy.
Do my best.
But J. Gill Plumbing and Heating, Interstate Pipe and Supply, and of course Allegheny Toyota. So a shout out to anybody that's listening tonight. Thank you. We just want to we appreciate everyone watching because it's fun. We enjoy this.
Yep, I do.
And we appreciate everyone that has comments for us and everything else. So we want to take a quick timeout, Nick, and we'll come back with the wrap up the post game. And again, tonight the score: the Lancers dig in on the Knights, 62-0 here at General McLane.
Looking for expert orthopedic care? Dr. Charlie Gates, a trusted name at Titusville Area Hospital, can help you regain mobility and a better quality of life. With years of experience and a passion for personalized care, Dr. Gates specializes in treating a wide range of orthopedic conditions. Whether it's joint pain, sports injuries, or orthopedic surgery, trust Dr. Charlie Gates at Titusville Area Hospital for your orthopedic care. Call 814-827-9770 today to schedule your appointment.
At the Education and Training Center at Pitt Titusville, our programs are designed with your future in mind, offering a dynamic blend of theoretical knowledge and practical skills across a variety of in-demand fields. From healthcare to manufacturing, our curriculum is tailored to meet the evolving needs of the industry, ensuring that our graduates are not just job-ready, but future-ready. This is where your future begins. The Education and Training Center at Pitt Titusville. Go succeed.
Quality, safety, and innovation. That's Toyota. Hi, I'm Bruce Sigworth here at Allegheny Toyota in Franklin. Now let's talk resale value. Toyota consistently ranks in the top 10 in resale value, and 3 of our vehicles rank in the top 5 according to KBB.com. That research shows 4Runner, Tundra, and Tacoma maintaining a 60% or higher retail value over a 5-year period. That means you could get thousands of dollars more for your Toyota than any other brand.
We're Allegheny Toyota in Franklin. Go Knights.
Interstate Pipe and Supply takes pride in providing superior customer service. That's why our dedicated employees are well trained and have the experience to offer friendly, quick, and reliable service and support. Need materials delivered to your job site? No problem. Interstate offers fast delivery from our 4 locations in Western Pennsylvania. We also serve Eastern Ohio, Northern Western Virginia, and Western New York. Service means business at Western Pennsylvania's premier pipe and supply company, Interstate Pipe and Supply.
And we're back to wrap up the post-game coverage of tonight.
That's the way high school football should be.
Agree. It's a great tradition, and I'm looking forward to it. It'll be a more competitive game.
Sure.
I don't think there's any huge injuries we have to be worried about right now. I shouldn't say huge injuries. When I say huge injuries,
season ending.
No one went to the emergency room tonight, and that's always been a little bit of an issue. So, again, if anybody's wanting something to do tomorrow, come out and support the Junior Knights program.
Please do.
We all appreciate it. So
JV plays too, right? Or they play here?
No, there's no JV.
No. Man.
The second half was the JV game, bud.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's just not enough kids to.
I guess I was optimistic.
Well, listen, I want to keep you optimistic and just say that we combined the JV and the varsity game tonight.
We need to do like at the Little Knights and do a 5th quarter.
That was the second half.
Ah, right. I guess I missed that.
That's right. So, again, thanks for listening tonight. For myself, Ryan Weimer, Nick Billingsley, Will Haynes upstairs with the camera crew. We appreciate everyone listening to us. We'll be back next week better than ever for the Franklin Knights as we host Northeast. So for everyone, have a safe and happy weekend. The weather's supposed to be beautiful, so take care and go Knights.
Go Knights.
You've been watching Franklin Night Football on Stream TV. Our coverage has been presented by New Directions Community Credit Union, Franklin Precision Castings, Village Auto, Paulin Nation, King of Spades Landscaping, 814 Photography, Fat Chad's Tap and Steakhouse, Education and Training Center at Pitt Titusville, J. Gill Plumbing and Heating, Interstate Pipe and Supply, and by Allegheny Toyota.
Thank you for watching Stream Sports presentation of Franklin Night Sports on Stream TV.